No. No, don't play the intro song. Bad. No, it's not a bad intro song, but it's copyrighted and it's gonna get me killed! It'll kill me! I don't care you need to sleep. I can't sleep. So I'm not gonna sleep, I'm gonna be gaming. I love gaming. Even when I've gamed so hard, I just can't stop gaming. It's in my soul. I love gaming so fucking much. God, it's just like 1:30 a.m. and I have streamed later. I fired up streams at 4 a.m. You fuckers still watch that. I'm just mad that I can't keep rotating my analog stick to make the intro not play, cause, like, come on, like, look at this. I even went to the main menu and it still, like, plays the intro after a minute or two. It's annoying. And it's a good intro, but I can't put it on because, again, the copyright squad, bam, 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 like that. 38 shots to the back of the head, ruled a suicide. I will play it though, I will play the intro. I've only seen fan art of this, so this will be interesting. Well, you've probably not seen fan art of the game? Game is weirdly not that popular. I'm pretty sure the song that the intro uses has more views than any footage of the actual game on YouTube. I just thought of doing a little year-end stream. I might stream another thing with the Jimbles, maybe tomorrow or one of these couple days before the year ends and explodes. But I thought of doing this little one myself, why not? How's Montenegro these days? Same way it's been for the past 20... How old am I? 28 years that I've been on this planet. Exactly the fucking same. Nothing happens here and everything sucks. Yeah, this is the nothing ever happens the country. Not even like figuratively, like things happen but the status quo remains the same. It's nothing actually happens. So to any of you who don't know that have been living under a rock or aren't quite as familiar with the otaku spaces where Black Rock Shooter as a concept came from, there was an artist called Huke, you can see him credited down there, bottom left. Made an illustration in like 2005 of a goth-looking Miku. You know who Miku is, I'm not gonna explain this shit to you. It had a big gun and a really slender frame and an interesting outfit. This got a song by the group Supercell. It's a Vocaloid thing. Then it became this multimedia franchise with an OVA, a full anime, a video game and shit, and then it just kind of vanished. Brought back up in the last couple of years with a weird anime that I haven't watched, I heard is not very good, and some kind of a gacha game. Stop. Don't. Bad game. But this game is something that always kind of fascinated me because it's a really interesting production really late into the PSP's life cycle. And I wanted to make a review of it for a long time, but I could never really get around to it. I could never push myself to write that, to produce that. It's like a 30-hour RPG, I want to say, maybe less than that. I can't exactly remember how long my playthrough was. Reviewing an RPG is kind of hard. Has a pretty interesting combat system that it doesn't do a lot with, but I haven't quite seen anything like it anywhere else. I'm like sure this can't possibly be the only game that plays like this, but it's the only one I've played that does. Can only describe as a... It's not turn-based, it's absolutely real-time. It is definitely real-time. However, you do get like RPG overworld, running into enemies and then getting transported into a battle screen. However, it's essentially like a rail shooter. So you don't move around, you can dodge and block and stuff, but you can't move. You'll see when we get to it. It's like in the first 2 minutes of the game. Just gonna wait for a few more people before we start. How are you guys doing? How are you doing? Is it more Kid Icarus or Xenoblade? In what way? It's neither. Yeah, it's... You know what? The Ruby comparison is kinda on point. It's about girls beating the shit out of each other with like, in cool outfits and with cool weapons. Except it's good, yeah. The thing about Black Rock Shooter is that the original OVA was... the battle was like figurative. It was about two girls, two high school friends falling out, and that falling out being represented by Black Rock Shooter fighting this other lady in this kind of parallel dimension. Anything in the gallery? Maybe the intro? Nope, not even the intro. Seen Sonic 3, that movie was crazy. Could have been a little crazier though. I will say, wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. I didn't see it in the theater, I'm sorry, I watched the camera. Uh-oh, here comes the copyright assassins. Because I found those first two movies incessantly annoying, and was really bothered by seeing them gassed up left and right by what I can what I can describe as and assume to be echoes from those movies' target audience, which is 10-year-old children and demand children, because a lot of the writing was like insanely infantile, and I get it, they're children's movies, but I feel like they were written for dumb children. Third movie respected your intelligence a little bit more. It's like they moved on from 8-year-old kids to 12-year-old kids, you could say. So, you know, now things are getting a little serious. No fart jokes, no like internet slang in the movie that I've noticed at least. If I was 12, this movie would blow my mind. Now, I thought it was pretty good. I had a smile on my face. Kids apparently do still like Sonic. I'm glad they played Live and Learn, although they could have played it a bit longer. I don't know why Hollywood's still so fucking scared of rock and insert themes. Power Rangers also did it for like 10 seconds. Sonic 3 did it for like 10 seconds. Michael Bay was too much of a pussy to use it in Transformers. But he did have Linkin Park, so who can say if it was bad or not? Alright, that's 10-ish minutes. I'm gonna let the intro play, because the intro is pretty cool, and I guess you shan't hear it in the VOD, because that's gonna get copyrighted this fast. I didn't mind too much the way they first interrupted Live and Learn, because they let it play out to the end of the chorus, even though it was, in fact, interrupted by a spanking scene. But at least they brought it back a little bit for the action scene after that, so... Check check out this intro by One OK Rock. Like, speaking of Sonic, they actually did that one song for Frontiers. They didn't make the song, Frontiers just used it. They changed the dirty lyrics. Give it more! It's peak, I'm afraid. I'm terrified that it might be peak. Alright. Let's check it out. Remember losing my shit when this trailer first dropped. Okay, Grandpa. I agree though.
2032年
You know English voice acting? But it is insane that they brought this over in the first place, because Black Rock Shooter wasn't super popular in the West. Christmas, thank you! My Christmas is on 7th of January, but thank you regardless. You have a good Christmas too. Christmas is already passed. You have a good New Year. I mean, oh no, it's Japanese. Did you think this would come from anywhere else? Are you insane? This is my favorite Polish anime action game. Just kidding, it's a Wario. She is? Yeah, you kill Bionicles in this. They're pretty cool. So I just didn't expect to be Japanese.
残り12人となった人類は彼女の覚醒を待っていた。彼女こそが人類に残された最後の切り札だ。By the way, I feel like it might be drowning me out a little bit, or it might be fine. Alright, check this out. This is the battle basics, okay? Shoot, guard, dodge. Or hold R and the face button for a skill. Okay, I'm being drowned out a bit. I will turn it down. Swoop! Okay, I think it should be okay now. I'm trying to talk loud, which might be really annoying. Alright, so here's how it works. You got a heat gauge. You're not allowed to have too much fun. Okay, now it might be a little too quiet. What is censored? Oh yeah, I did censor that word. Yeah, you can't say that. Sorry. You got the heat gauge. You can't have too much fun, but you can still have a good amount of fun. Yeah, here's how it works. She won't shoot. There we go. So it's a shooter, a Black Rock shooter, if you will. Ow. You kinda auto-lock onto enemies, but you still gotta do some aiming of your own. You can dodge. You can block, don't do that, it sucks. And you can... kill. Yeah, that is kind of a Necron, huh? PS2 looking game. It's called the PSP. It's actually a rather good compliment for it.
Now, it kind of sucked there, but the thing is, this is mostly what the combat looks like up to the end game. This was an abilities, that's what they call that. This is a end game preview. Sky Striker ass game. Don't say that, she's way cooler than Ray. Oh, they're gonna play the intro again. Ah, fuck it, let's hear the intro again. Hit that shit. You know they put the Black Rock Shooter song in Project Diva games. I mean, that's not hard to believe at all. Why didn't Shadow Generations have this? Why didn't they have a new vocal team? Pissed me off. God, these character designs are so fucking good. These might be my favorite character designs in any Black Rock Shooter media, anything. Super tight. I don't actually know who designed them. I don't know if they had Cookie on this doing all the designs or it was someone else. This is the Shadow Hedgehog intro. Miku Sans. September. Oh my god, that was today! That was today somewhere. It's always 25th September somewhere. Would you believe me if I said these Call of Duty Soldier Mans are the best characters in the game? They're my favorite part. Holy shit, it's Helldivers! Oh yeah, Hukia did design Takanashi Kiara. Completely forgot to mention that little tiny smidgen of a detail. The thing is, they're not faceless mooks. These guys all have faces and names and personalities. Which is fucking insane. This is a Black Rock Shooter game. Yeah, that ought to help. My fucking beauty sleep, you ass. Yeah, this should have gotten a really shitty dub, you're right. Wake up, damn it! Ah! I have a figure of her back at my old place. I really need to bring that shit back here. Ah, the fucking Bionicles are coming. Look at these little guys. Why are we shooting them? I want to pet one. The game. Yeah, so the game in the title is actually not just about this being a video game, it has something to do with the plot. We're not getting into that now, though. It's kind of a spoiler, just spoil your whole game. I'll have like the 10 seconds of a banger before getting into the cutscene. Great soundtrack too, it kind of reminds me of Phantasy Star, like the online games. I just got in a tank and these guys are already wooing about it. Okay, that's kinda cool that their voices are muffled while the guy without a helmet on is clear.
助けてもらってそれはないだろうなあ
あんたたちも敵なの？
違う違う
See, it's that simple. You just tell her, no, no, don't shoot me. I'm cool.
敵は攻撃してくるやつら俺たちは君の味方
Look at this! Look at this Tobey Maguire looking motherfucker. I love this character. This is like one of my favorite characters in the game. I love the human soldiers. It's kind of insane how much characterization they get.
わかった。
先が思いやられるぜ。
Also, mind you, they haven't seen a woman in God knows how long, and they're the last people on Earth because it's another. The Japanese, they love stories with like insurmountable human loss as a setup for an apocalyptic story. Where there's like 10 trillion people have died, and there's only 5 guys alive, and they gotta save the world. An explosion happened and it killed 8 quintillion people. Yeah, keep that in mind, it's gonna be relevant in about 15 hours.
この戦争が始まった頃はそりゃもう人気があったんだってさ本当に知らないそうか
こちらマリオンフォボス状況の報告をジョン光一
Koichi Antonio, oh no! Someone called Josuke.
了解それで眠り姫は無事覚醒性能は期待通りですよろしい直ちに当地区を離脱するシスコポータルで合流だ了解
It is kind of Sky Strikery, huh?
逃げろ
Are you guys scared of these things? I feel like I could take them out if I tried.
まさか俺たちがここにいるとこいつも完全にぶっ壊されちまう一度離脱してまた回収に戻るいいな
Look, also is the volume fine? It's like still peaking at health volume that I put it on.
さあ逃げろ
Because these guys are yelling, this shit is urgent.
さあ逃げなさい
Father?
これを持っていくんだ泣かないで力いっぱい走るんだよ
なんだ立ったまま昼寝か
Just going on verbal.
戦闘開始だ
わかった。
Alright, here's the gameplay. When did you guys get up there?
PSS コールお嬢さん聞こえるか
Oh, check this out.
ロスコルロスコルロスコル
なんだよちゃんと指定帯域に合わせたぞお嬢さん本当に聞こえないそうだろってもしかしてからかった
I love this
お
game,
嬢
dude.
さん面倒なジョークは勘弁してくれとにかく
Can you imagine her saying that? No. Wait, you really can hear us? No. What's going on? I thought I said it on the right chat. Wait.
シャオミン
Oh,
さん
I'm stupid.
イーさんどっちでも OK ドガエフアレクセイ・ドガエフボブだ ロバートでもいいが、ボビーとは呼ばないでく
Yeah,
れ。
don't call him Bobby.
ラーズ・ヨハンソン。
Apparently, the writer of this game, he had...
BJ ダリー、ダリーぜよろしく。俺はロス
Apparently, the writer of this game, he had a hand in a lot of Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts.
さて追っ始めるぞ。
If you're wondering about like the weird amount of characterization right off the bat.
自走拠点とし、ポータルまで移動。いいな。
敵がいっぱいだろ
こっちにはお嬢さんがいる。
う。お手並み拝見だ。
まず第一段
Can we
階として
hear what DJ
周
Dolly
辺エリ
thinks
アの
about
安
it?
全を確保する。目標は敵アーマメントの完全排除。PSS タリーホー。
How long till they die? It's funny you ask
左する
that.
ほどいるぞ。遠慮は無用だ、お嬢さん。
I don't wanna spoil Black Rock Shooter for the fucking PSP from 11 years ago, but it's not right fucking now. It's not right now. It takes a little bit. It's more so my bigger problem is who they get replaced by. I didn't expect them to all like make it out fine. It's a pretty, you know, dire story and all that, but yeah, it's someone else takes their place, and I don't like who takes their place. Sorely disappointed by that part. I guess probably is you, Rada. Who said that? Ban that guy from the chat. Don't address me like that. Shame on you. Who is that? Right, challenges, these things that the game pretends are an optional objective for you to do for little bonuses and stuff, it's literally things you're gonna be doing as you play through the
タ
campaign.
ーゲットの破壊確認。
It's not much of a challenge, really, unless you don't know how to play video games.
敵を蹴散らす若い娘。いい。
Don't eat me. Wait. Alright, you can't dodge yet. You can block though. Well, that still makes you... You still take the damage when you block, so I'm not gonna do that. Please don't tell me they get replaced by anime girls, making emo Miku not look out of place. Girls? No, my friend, you get a singular anime girl making Black Rock Shooter not look out of place, and she is really annoying. She is very annoying, not in a ditzy way, but in a cold way, you know. She kind of ruins the vibe. Because Black Rock Shooter is a very blank slate character in this, for the majority of the game. So her dynamic with all the human soldiers was what made it fun. The girl that shows up later is just being like a huge bitch to you for plot reasons that kind of make sense from what I remember, but it's just not fun. Like, I get it, you're upping the stakes a little bit later on in the game, but holy fuck, it gets really annoying. It has a bit of a payoff later, but I don't think the payoff was good enough to warrant getting rid of all these guys. Rothcall could have stayed. Right, heal at the terminal? I mean, I'm fine. I'm like chill. I lost 3 HP. Sure, I'll save. Okay, fine, I'll save the game. Her name is actually Black Rock Shooter. She does have a real name in this game. It's a plot thing. I'm just spoiling everything here. Maybe I am gonna review this one day and just ruining it right now, but who knows. Right, you're better off just dodging shit. Watch for when they glow. Do that. And look at that! Shit still tracks you. This combat system is like almost really cool. but it's missing a little je ne sais quoi. I really hate the overheat system. It's not just the fact that you like you go into heat if you shoot too much. It's the fact that your basic shots get depowered the more you shoot. But it happens way too fast. Like, I get it. You don't want players to be too overpowered and just melt enemies, no problem. But it's like 3 hits and it immediately turns into just a water pistol. Feels basic to watch right now because these are basic enemies, there's not much going on. Up to the mid-game, the combat system like really evolves, but by the time you like reach the end game and like the enemies get pretty tough, it like really starts showing the cracks. The cracks. God, that soundtrack is so good. Hello. Oh fuck! I was gonna dodge. I'm dodging on like platinum timing. I should be dodging on Blackrock shooter timing. See that? Still got hit by that. Damn. I gotta relearn my muscle memory for this. Rayman is an NFT now. Did they announce that? Did they announce Rayman NFT? Fuck yes, dude. Finally something to invest in that I like. Oh my god, my ears.
PSS code.
Up. Okay. I guess it wasn't that important. Yeah, am I right, fellas? Beer! Are you still finding beer in this absolutely fucked earth that hasn't expired? Are you brewing it yourself? I mean, I guess I could see that. Yeah, no, don't be rude. So fucking true, DJ Dolly, hit it!
Area A3 CPF5 Area A3 CPF5 敵ジェネレーターを確認。
Why does this game remind me of God Eater? Because it's on the PSP, and all anime PSP games look like that.
CPF5 敵ジェネレーターを確認。速やかに排除せよ。了解。
I mean, how else? What else are we gonna do with DJ Dully's dialogue but to localize it? Because he's like supposed to be rhyming. It's like the one case where like, hey, you know what? That's fine. You know what's my white whale? It's been dead for a while. There was this article I found online years ago where they talked about like really shitty moments in anime dubbing over the years, and there was this one thing, some anime from the 80s or 90s, where the characters did a musical number, and the musical number in Japanese was done to promote some kind of band. There was like a real group over there, but when they dubbed the anime in English, they dubbed the song too, and it just sounded absolutely rancid. I wish I could find what this was, because I really want to hear it. That sounds awful. I'm so interested. There's a generator. We gotta destroy the generator. BRS is getting close to the generator. We gotta destroy the generator.
作戦を確認する。エリア A3 CPF5 に敵ジェネレーターを確認。速やかに排除せよ。
I don't know if they did a direct word-by-word translation, but they dubbed the fucking song, which is insane in the first place. Can you imagine them dubbing Symphogear and translating every single song? I wanna see that shit.
お嬢ちゃんならやるな。
わからない。
やってみなくてはわからない。 そういう意味だな。
And like Fire Emblem
どっ
dubs
ち
the
み
theme
ちここで
songs,
チンタ
yeah.
ラしてるわけにはいかねえ。
How Nintendo
お嬢さん、
properties dub the
並びに
theme songs and
PS
and how the intro to Marvel Rivals sounds. God,
ハリー
you're
4
listening
って
to
のは
that gave me an
出
aneurysm.
撃とか突撃とかそんなノリだよ。
This is a cute bit of
元々の
dialogue
意味
the
は
whole
違う
tally
みたい
ho
だけど、
thing. She starts
PSX
learning
やその辺
human
適当で
expressions
さ
and stuff.
気が抜けるぜ。
Like yeah, Fire Emblem intros or the Smash Ultimate intro. On a visit to the spot unafraid. It doesn't sound right. It always sounds stilted as fuck. Or the way Ruby music sounds just by default. Any items around here that might have spawned since the last mission? No. Did I say Brawl? Oh yeah, I did say Ultimate. Yeah, Brawl did have that one intro that I didn't play Brawl, so my memories of it are mostly from like YouTube flash animations and videos. Hey guys, do you have any idea where I should go right now, by the way? I'm so fucking lost in this city. The opportunities are never ending. I can just turn any corner and find myself in a brand new world. Thank God there's this handy fucking arrow telling me how not to fuck it up. Don't get lost! She holds that thing like a keyblade. Does she? I don't think keyblades are that heavy. I don't think they've, you know, it's warranted to hold them like that. That's a cool fucking weapon though. It's so cool. But an arm or a sword, that's a... Is this thing her arm or a sword? Oh, no, she's just carrying that thing. You can see it on her hand, not being her hand. Little guy! I called my Yu-Gi-Oh deck like that. Keep pressing X to dodge because, you know, it's kind of intuitive, but it's circle. You know, it does make much more sense for it to actually be circle. Why am I thinking that it's X? I'm such a fucking failure. I should never be born. Hit me. Ow. Okay, no, don't do that anymore. Instead of a rocket launcher like Kalina Ann, it's a black rock shooter that shoots blue rocks. That's why it's special. Okay, I need to be dodging like a smidgen later. Hold up, let me try practicing this. Right, there we go. I'm not gonna waste items yet. Like that she has a bayonet on her gun. So she does actually use a sword, but it's mostly in finisher cutscenes against bosses. And it does look very cool. But the cutscene in question, you know, you're not involved, you're mostly just doing a quick time event. This will be a banger action game, like, today. Or maybe a few years ago before they all became Dark Souls. Fuck, where do I go now? I guess if these arrows are anything to go by, twice forward and then up. Bruh. Sonic Frontiers weapon. Right, okay, it's a boss. You gotta kill the boss, I get it. I had Sonic Frontiers in the mind lately. I don't know why. Wasn't a particularly good video game. But I played it at a weird period in my life. So it kinda stuck. I'm still really attached to those vocal tracks, man. It's some of the best music Sonic has ever produced. And the story has some fucking problems. But like, I get what Ian Flynn was getting at with the whole melancholic tone and everything. The problem is the game feels like being on goddamn SSRIs. It is so dull. So many points. I don't think it really earns those boss fight moments properly. And yet still, there's something in its mood It makes me think, man, if this had some better direction and writing, this could like be really special.
いやナイトゴッテスだろ知らねえよそんなの
Really wonder what Moikawa would have done with that game.
口を閉じろ
And what that game would have been like if the budget wasn't like a paperclip and 3 strings of hair. Okay, how does Shadow Generations feel like a more budgeted realized game than Frontiers? I just got here, what is Rada shitting on? Thanks, pal, I'm glad this is my reputation. I imagine you didn't even have to hear me talking, that was just your first message. You got any standout games of the year? It's I posted my backlogged game of the year list. I don't think anything I played this year was more than an 8 out of 10. Kind of a, I wouldn't say it's a nothing year, but I really don't think there were any particular standouts. My game of the year was Another Crab's Treasure. That is a game that is distinctly alright. Really weird tone, but solid gameplay. It's kind of like Chuny SpongeBob, I guess, at points, but it's also about pollution and capitalism and all that. I played it because I liked the dev's previous game, Going Under. Really fun time, I like the characters, and the aesthetic being, what do you call that, like, horrific corporate look with noodly limp people that Google uses? Corporate Memphis? Yeah, the game looking like that, but for a purpose, actually, was really good. This was particularly, like, taking the piss out of it. And Another Crab's Treasure kind of, like, has that same angle of criticism of the fucking society that we live in, except it's about crabs and fish and shit. It's a weird little game. I don't think the tone works out every time. My ears hurt every time though, Jesus. It has a lot of navigation fuckery. Right, I got a charge shot, I should equip that. Wait. No, stop. Return, I'm hitting return, I don't want to load, what? No, why would I? Okay, I literally just hit pause. Anyway, what did they say the button was? There we go. You should make a video game about capitalism being fucking awesome. Oh, think of what's the funniest joke to make in response to that. Make a video game about capitalism being fucking awesome. Bluey the game!
景気よくアーマメントを吐き出してるぜ
そりゃいつものことだまそっち
The
の
menu design is pretty. Dude, this whole game is pretty. It's gorgeous.
あれがジェネレーター
Everything... I don't know how to describe it, but everything looks like Black Rock
やってみ
Shooter
ない
in
と
this
わからな
game.
い
意外と慎重なんだな
That's why the Call of Duty Soldier Man stand... Oh,
あれね
yeah, this is a cute interaction.
お嬢さんハリーホー
Like, the two of them have such good interactions, I'm so mad that they killed off that guy. What else did I play this year that I liked? Nothing! Look at that charge shot. You know, did I actually configure my buttons correctly? That's a good question. Oh, that's triangle. That's not square, that's triangle. Shot is supposed to be square. This is not how things are supposed to be at all. Fuck. I've been playing suboptimally due to my inferior button layouts. I could have been #1 Black Rock Shooter master in Montenegro, and yet I've been, you know, handicapping myself like that. Embarrassing.
ロックキャリア
play Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4? Yes, I have it in my house right now. Do you even have to ask? Come on, all the little guys should explode. I wish Samus was in my house, eating from my fridge. No, Optimus Prime 4. I have 2 primes in my house right now. I have that big ol' Armada Prime sitting in super mode. I would not dare transform that thing back. Holy shit, my fingers. And I have the animated Prime with the upgrade kit that I got a few days ago. That's just pretty cool. By the way, that Armada Prime that I'm talking about that took out my fingers, I was struggling to unclog this one part. Because he comes with a trailer, you know, because it's a truck, and the trailer is supposed to transform into a mobile base. And the first step to doing that is to kind of unscrew the back of the trailer that turns into the super mode's legs. The problem is that's step 1 and I couldn't do it. I would like try as I might, like I'm trying to pull out the fucking Excalibur, and just barely I managed to unclog one of them, and I see it leaves a little blue trail on like the bottom part where it was attached to. And I think, oh, that's probably not good. So I DM my friend who like knows all about this shit, the Collector. They call him the Collector. And he tells me, okay, stop what you're doing right now. Do you have a pot big enough to put the leg inside? And I immediately feel the dread settling in. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to boil the Transformer. So yeah, I heated up some water and I dunked his stupid leg in, and I pulled as hard as I could on the like steaming hot leg that I pulled out 45 seconds later. And it did unclog. It worked. So yeah, thanks to that. The problem is I had to clog that back in and unclog it again. I don't know, I keep saying clog instead of, I don't know, unattach. And I didn't use water again since that. And it was still like getting stuck. I decided to just, if I chip it a little bit, fine. I'll just use these like really thin scissors that I have as a crowbar. I don't care. I don't want to have to boil this thing every time I want to transform it. I'm just keeping him in super mode. Fuck that. Did I talk about this actually before the Game Awards stream? I feel like I might be repeating myself. I think I might have. Yeah, I did. Fuck, oh my god. I hate when I do that. Hey guys, I have this really funny story. We know, we've heard it, we know. But no, listen. So, you know the movie Morbius? Oh, check out what this enemy is called when I start fighting it, by the way. Also, who's your favorite character here? Hope it's not DJ Dolly. Check this whole cutscene, actually.
もし手伝ってくれないのか？
ダリ、ラズ。
There goes Dolly and Lars. One shot.
Teme. どうして手を貸さねえ？
私は攻撃されなかった。だから敵じゃないと思った。
She's like learning. She's learning on the fly, you know? She's not really too familiar with these concepts of friendlies and hostiles.
それが言い訳のつもりか？また仲間が死んだんだぞ。
やったのは敵だ。この子じゃない。
黙れ学者崩れ。
それを言う？ じゃあ学者がこんなところにいるのはどういうわけだ？
Look at that. They got some baggage.
軍人が不甲斐ないからだろ。
てめえ。あ、
味方の敵は君の敵だ。次は頼むよ。
It is weird that she didn't immediately know this, given what she's been doing up until now, but I get it.
いいかい。どこかに君を待っている
Failure of a Scholar does feel like a clunky translation, but I get what they were going
守
for.
ってくれるはずだ。だから私が死んでも君は一人ぼっちじゃない。
Look, man, the fact that this game gets a translation in the first place it's official is a small miracle.
分かった
And I don't think they had any incentive to localize the shit out of it. So the story is probably mostly accurate. Although I do wonder.
どうだべな。
She is a weapon, but you know, it's a little complicated. Maybe it's not. Maybe it was just like a stupid little moment. She's buffering, you know. She woke up like 5 minutes ago. She hasn't even had her coffee. Okay, so I don't fight that big guy yet. But it'll be really funny when you see what his name is.
君の責任じゃない。今は市長たちとの合流だけを考えよう。
Crack rock shooter.
目的は
Crack rock snorter.
残りは戻ってトレーラーの修理。
Who gave he wasn't fucking around.
いいだろ。
了解だ、クソったれめ。とっとと行け。
ここはエリア A2 CP4 だ。
Oh,
まずこの
yeah,
ビル
yeah.
を乗り
You,
越えて
in case you didn't hear Rothcall telling you exactly where to go.
トレーラーを待つ。
Don't get lost. By the way, just keep in mind, there, that set of ruined buildings, with that little spot right there that lets you do a context jump. Not over there. Not no. No. Bad. You can go here though, for goodies and tips and tricks. So you see, I pressed X there and it did open the crate. So X works properly. Is it just triangle and square that swapped? Let me check this. Control mapping. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. What? Okay. What is this? Auto configure? Alright, let's check it out now. That is still the same. This is DualSense. Do I just remap it myself? Alright, yeah, sure, that works. There we go. Alright, that's fine. What is show PSP? It's fine, it works. It was just like 2 buttons that were swapped. Alright, now I'm gonna have to unlearn to hit triangle to attack for the next 10 minutes. Real PSP, by the way, yeah. I do have this on my real PSP. I don't know why. I can just play it on my computer. I'm not really aching to take out Black Rock Shooter on a portable adventure. Remember the Mega Man X stream? I spent the first 10 minutes repairing my controller that I dropped. It's a fun little fact. If you were there for the Mega Man X stream, tried pressing triangle there, by the way. Since the Mega Man X thing where I dropped my controller and had to spend 10 minutes making the game work with it, Steam input has been fucked. I had to bust my ass off to like manually re-enable Steam input for so many games, and with a bunch it still like barely worked until I did some black magic. I really don't know what happened there. It's not like the controller is broken, but like it getting plugged out that night or whatever the hell happened, like insanely messed up something primal in the Steam code, possibly in the registry. Just me dropping it. I'm so glad this game doesn't have mana points or whatever, because... well, because I like to cast my abilities without worrying if I'm not gonna be able to cast them against the boss later. I wonder where I need to go now. Maybe over there. Love this thing, giant block, tiny legs. Yeah, and it attacks you by swinging the giant block part at you. It's awesome. Oh, she's so cool. If I looked like that, that would be cool. But it's fine. I'm Slavic. I can look like a horse if I want to. And that's all I can look like. What? See that? You can dodge the attack, hit dodge again, and still land into the same attack. It's kind of hilarious. Like, it basically punches you for spamming. The reliable equine Slav. Is it equine or equine? It reminds me of Strange Journey. In what way? A block. I wonder what she's actually saying. Roku? Fires? Flies? Ima hitori hitori no moon. Still can't believe they made a Insector spell a Flies reference and it still, like, wasn't great. Like, I was scoping at the time, like, come on guys, the discard cost is not that bad, but... why was the discard cost there, man? No, keep going, I don't want to sing on stream. I'm way too self-conscious about singing to people. Because I personally can't stand when somebody's singing a song that I like and they're not particularly good at it, and they also don't have any backing instrumental or anything, so it just sounds like somebody ruining a thing that you like. So I don't do it myself. I have actually not been watching much of Gav, I really need to get back on that. See, I still landed in that same first attack. How did that work? Hit dash. Don't hit me. Ow. Both of them. Uh-oh. That's probably bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm dead. I'm dead. That killed me. I forgot they do that. Rothcall, I'm so sorry. I was dash spamming. I deserve that. Alright, that's a whole mission all over again. Hope you enjoyed seeing that. 'Cause you're about to see it again. Okay, all the items stayed Picked up. Maybe I should have healed. Maybe I shouldn't have been so vigilant about my item usage.
トルソドライブとの交差点でトレーラーを待つんだ。
Mr. Streamer, no! Can I run past enemies? Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know if I retain my XP. Right, I was talking a while ago about what did I play this year? Okay, so another crab treasure came out. That was kind of alright. I Am Your Beast. That was another decent indie action game. I Am Your Beast. Just like a first-person shooter revenge thriller with a score attack. That's pretty cool. Nothing too special. I like the dialogue. It was edgy in a fun way. I like this little game called Funeralopolis Lost Days, or Last Days. That's what I put as my #1 narrative of the year. I liked Mouthwashing a lot. Mouthwashing is pretty cool, but Funeralopolis kind of hit that vibe of a small, like, Slavic community in some rundown shipbuilding while some kind of demon apocalypse is happening outside and people are just trying to, you know, live. It kind of played a bit more to my preferences, even though it was just kind of a world-building experiment. I liked it a lot. The ending was pretty cool. So yeah, shout out to that. Go check out Funeralopolis Last Days. That's the wrong enemy. Oh well, at least he won't bother me anymore. See, the big guy standing in the way can actually block your shots when you're aiming at the small ones, so... this has all the makings of a real shooter, except it doesn't play like one. Yes, we need more Sky Striker things. We can't get enough Sky Striker things. A video game, absolutely. I'm not bitter, you're bitter. I am not bitter, but I'm a little tired of Ray, you know? I hope when that Chronicles anime episode comes out, they dial back a little bit on it. Looks like you do keep XP, because I just went to that same section. I don't think I got that last time. Yeah, why not farm a little bit? We're less than an hour into the game, it's about the right time to start farming. Imagine if they get Aoi Yuki for Ray. They won't. Who might they get for Albaz? You know, I'm thinking, what if they just get like guys that they already had in Yu-Gi-Oh anime in the past? Let's see Kensho Ono and whatnot. Stop punching me with your big ol' head. Hold up, I haven't... I did use that new ability, that's cool. I do wonder what they're gonna do for all the other stories after they cover the ones that were previewed in Animation Chronicle. Not Animation Chronicle. Card Game The Chronicles. All this shit is getting so confusing. OCG Structures, OCG Chronicles, Anime Chronicles, Quarter Century Chronicles, the OCG Card Game Chronicle.
所要時間は見てこっちに敵をよこすんじゃねえぞ
了解気をつけろよ
Again, I would like some attention on the older stuff, you know, before
小娘とヘタレ二人
before the lore slop.
そりゃ漢方がおすすめだよ
言ってろ
I love the little interactions, like, they genuinely went out of their way to characterize these guys as much as they could before they all get murked. Dude, a Buster Blader episode would be so good. Buster Blader and Vendred. Same thing except with zombies and with dragons. They're saying that if you collect all the yellow terminals, something happens. I can't say I particularly care for the Albaz storyline, but I do want to see some of the characterization. I think it's like the most fun part of it. I say the word characterization a lot, but I like when characters have zations. Sue me. They have interesting factions. Unfortunately, they don't do much interesting with a lot of them. Like, the handful of characters they focus on are a little bit interesting, but half of the factions present in the Albaz lore are, like, irrelevant save for, like, one interaction. I have a friend who absolutely adores visas, and he might absolutely pop off if they do that. Did they announce they're gonna do visas? Was visas in one of those previews at the end of that stuff? I would genuinely love sprites so much more if they weren't part of the lore. Okay, well, to be fair, I don't know if I would still love them, because their game plan is just XCs and link spam, not much going on, but holy shit, that artwork. I legitimately like an archetype less if I find out it's part of, you know, the tri-yearly lore storyline. Like, someone put it well in my replies when they said, I am way more interested in the... Like, when it comes to story, I am way more interested in people playing the cards than in the cards themselves. It's cool to have, like, a little thing, you know, within one archetype as an overarching story. That's neat, but these fucking dozen archetype spanning multi-year storylines with adaptations and everything, it's not quite what I enjoy with archetypes in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's cool that people like it. If some people like it, I absolutely get what they like about it, but I personally don't care much. Look at a place where I can target this guy, by the way. And look at his name, by the way. That's Big Mouth. I need to kill Big Mouth. In case you didn't believe that Blackrock Shooter was a hero, this should prove it. Kill Big Mouth and its stupid dick. It's not that I don't fuck with Dual Terminal. In fact, Dual Terminal might be the least intrusive out of any lore storyline. It was like, all those archetypes are pretty cool visually for the most part, and have a lot of variety between them. They kind of feel like like factions in an RTS game. Oh. There's just one more hit I need to do. Stop. Get up. There you go. terminal was a mess though. Listen, my thoughts are complicated, but it mostly boils down to... I like singular archetype lore. I don't like multi-year spanning lore. There are things I can like about it in spots, but mostly I do not care for the concept much. Least intrusive storyline, Flamewell Wizard notwithstanding.
嘘だろ、ゲートが閉じてやがる。あれは開戦直後に建造された対地上的ゲートだ。建造費600万ドルだったかな。そんな役立たずに行く手を阻まれる俺たち。こりゃ何の罰だ？野党に投票したせいか。
Getting political at the end of the world.
ゲートを開放できるか。ああ、ラスカル、ゲート開放を命じる。
Ask when the support report is coming without getting banned. Yes, you can. The thing is, about support report is, I'm trying to, once again, I'm trying to reinvent it a little bit because support report is still the one series on the channel that I feel like could use a touch-up. Because it's mostly focused on me evaluating like how good cards are as pieces of support, and that's about it. I always thought the analysis of the cards themselves as, you know, playable tools for the deck was the thing I was the least good at, and Support Report is the series focused the most on that. That's why Archetype Archive became more comedic over time, and you know, mostly focusing on analyzing card design from an aesthetic perspective. Interactions and all that. Of course, the assessing quality is there too, but it's not like the main #1 primary thing that I focus on most of the time. Support report is focused on that. I want to try doing something a little different, a little kooky with the next support report that I make, but I haven't really decided on what. Besides, I was gonna start working on it several times during this December, and then I kept revealing cards. The Flanderization of Archetype Archive. That's hokey. An old rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh was better.
PSS コール。こちらロスコル。ゲートの開放には裏へ回る必要があります。ルートの確認をお願いします。
What is a Roth call anyway? Is that a real name?
お嬢さん。
It might be like a fucked up translation of a real name.
ゲートの裏側担当だ。
PSS コール。ルート確認。エリア A3、CPF5 に行ってもらう。北上の後、ポイント A3B1 から西側に丘を降りればゲート裏だ。
了解。結構戻るね。頼んだよお嬢さん。誘導は任せてくれ。
Rothko. That might be a real thing.
誘導開始。まずこの道を南下。
So there's this weird thing about the navigation in this stage, where like you can unlock a shortcut to go back after like circling around the city. You go like from the other side, you jump over these buildings and come back here. My question is, why didn't she just jump over the buildings here in the first place? If she could do that all along. The narrative dissonance. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. TV tropes as a website, it gets on my goddamn nerves, but I make a little exception for the beautiful handful of people updating the Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh! TV tropes wiki after every episode. Like, unironically, I ecstatically check that shit a week after a new Archetype Archive episode comes out. Just to see what I added. Treating my stupid little web show like a real series that has a plot to follow and, you know, funny moments to catalog. It's cute, it's quaint. I do want to make like a real story, some kind of series with a real plot that people would follow, but I still don't really know what I would want to make. Ideally, a comic. I always wanted to draw comics since I was a kid, but I was never really good at art. Tried getting good at it at several points, but things always got in the way one way or another. I am planning to dedicate myself a little more next year to doing different things, trying out new crafts, getting better at stuff, period. I might leave video games a little bit behind, because I've been finding myself, you know, out of time or motivation to play a lot of them the past couple of years, other than like some select few hits that I thought, you know what, I'm glad I sat down for this. I just want to diversify my life a little bit more. Always felt more fulfilled when I'm, you know, creating something new or learning something I never knew about before. Instead of sitting down and going, what video game shall I feel dull about playing today? I've just been getting disillusioned by the state of modern gaming a lot in the past couple of years. Last year was neat. You know, Hi-Fi Rush made me feel like, you know, loving life again, but that was kind of an exception to the rule. Old video games are still awesome, though. In between all that garbage, I played Contra Shattered Soldier, a game that broke my balls, but felt so good doing that. I gotta make a comic called The Darkbringer, yeah. I've been reading this comic called Scud the Disposable Assassin. It's awesome. Every time I pick up a comic with such stylized art, I think, man, this is something I would wanna have ended up doing since I was drawing stickmen fighting as a kid. And I look at the way I drew that stuff back in the day, because like my mom would sometimes dig up my old drawings, and I think, wow, I'm not gonna say I had a knack for fight choreography, but it was absolutely something I focused on a lot. Like the way the character's limbs moved and how the fight progressed and everything. So yeah, expect me to get a little weird with it next year, maybe. I mean, probably gonna keep most of that to myself. Because being away from the internet was consistently the best part of my year, the past several years. But I think, you know, diversifying yourself that way does help you grow more in most aspects, so I'm expecting my videos to get better too, as a consequence. Read the Araki book and read Dragon Ball if you want to make a comic. I mean, I've read Dragon Ball. It's absolutely inspiring. Like, Toriyama's paneling is insane. Hey, you missed me. I consider that your taste might be a bit pretentious. Don't mean as an insult, just a serious question. Dude, I'm constantly fearing of the opposite. Every time that every time I like something, there is a little demon in the back of my head saying, "Oh, you are such a fucking Philistine for enjoying this, you ass. You know nothing about art. Die." So, there's some kind of evil hipster in my head telling me, You're not as weird as you think you are. I don't even think that. It's just something something I don't want to be is like incurious at any point. So I'm always like re-examining myself when I'm enjoying most things, honestly, on that front. Your brain after liking Sonic 3. Nah, that shit was good, for real, though. Okay, so I'm not gonna ignore these, I'm not gonna be careful, I'm gonna actually run headfirst into them. There we go. That's Big Wheel from Spider-Man. I love the bit crushed explosion sound. You have defeated the big wheel! One thing I really wanna focus on next year is exploring more. I wanna get better at photography and going to weird places, learning what's up with them. We're sure they're the villains and not you. They look trustworthy. They do look like cool Bionicle toys, that is the thing. But I am a cool anime girl, so... whichever side I turn, heaven. Look at that, she's got a different pose in every page! Oh my god, it's so cool. See, another thing is that I can't aim off to the side any further than that, so when the guys, you know, start firing and I dodge, okay, they're not out of my range there, but from that angle they are. What a weird combat system, man. I think there could really be something here. If this was made today, the block would absolutely be replaced with a parry, like 100%. They hadn't invented parries yet when this came out. Sekiro wasn't out yet. Is this 2013 or 2012? Is it 2011? Love when I hit the multiple. Feels like I'm doing something I shouldn't be able to. The power is growing. Also, this game is 2011. Okay, yeah. Keep thinking 2013. I don't know why. Is that when it came out in the West or something? That was fun. Good night, everybody. Good night, Big Metal Mon. You're my favorite Big Mon.
大丈夫なんとか隠れたよ
気をつけろ
Right, these are the buildings that you can jump over to get back to the start. That was all her, by the way. I did not have an input there. Was that Rockall saying, no, not that way, go back? That might be what that was. Just as someone who casually follows your Twitter, I always feel like I have a decent handle on what you'd like or not like. Then I see you make a post shitting on something that totally shocks me. As long as it doesn't get to you. I can have weird tastes that might seem contradictory on occasion. Do you have an example? Because I'd love to elaborate on anything that confused you. It's fine if not. Okay, no, don't jump down there. I think I can't go back and I have to make a circle back again. See? Now she can suddenly jump back up. Yeah, that was the thing I was talking about. I don't know what I was afraid of that she wouldn't be able to do. I know at some point doing this I got stuck somehow, but I can't remember. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. Forgive her, she is cute. Yeah, she's allowed to be stupid, it's fine. Whenever I dislike something I like, I start viscerally crying after restraining myself from breaking my phone. I mean, that's fine. That's understandable, and you shouldn't restrain yourself. You should break your phone. So this enemy is called Chicken, I'm pretty sure. You're gonna be a chicken when I get my hands on you, when I feed you to my tarantula. Chicken. Typhoon kick. What do I do about that? I literally dodged it. Like, I'm just taking damage. Okay, that might be from the hornet. Let me try that again. Okay, I might have dodged that too late. Who cares? Who even cares? Besides, I can regenerate now. I don't need to use items. Physical repair. That's what I'm saying. What is that design? I don't know. It's trying to inject me with chicken juice. It's trying to put its eggs into me. It's the woke mob trying to vaccinate me. Oh hell no, the woke mobs got mechs now.
TSS コール。こちらアレクセイ。トレーラーの修理完了。
よくやった。ロスコール、こっちはまだか。
Why can't I attack them myself for an advantage? Speaking of getting shocked by my opinions on Twitter on occasion, I rarely get surprised by anything on that site anymore. Like any take or discourse that I have, I just kind of groan and roll my eyes at. Like, I've seen this before. I don't care what anyone has to say about this. But I will say, I was so pleasantly surprised finding out about that lady that collects Crow Hogan merch and draws her OC being lovey-dovey with him. That is the only valid Blackwing player on the planet. More respectable than any Blackwing player that I ever met. Full props to that girl. You know, that's how you commit to it. Oh, Astrobot. I was really surprised to see it like it and thought it was lame. An increasingly dark and gritty and grey gaming landscape, I thought the hard put it under shine through even if it wasn't Cap T. I can absolutely see why you would find Astrobot charming in that regard. I just personally didn't get anything out of it due to the insanely corporate, sleek and shiny veneer over everything. I'm not just talking about the cameos and the game being made around the fact that you're collecting cameos, even though it doesn't help at all. Everything's like so clean. Everything is like polished to a shine. And something about that bothers me. I don't like when a game looks like an iPhone. And gameplay-wise, it's just kind of it's an alright platformer. Like, most I ever felt engaged with the gameplay is when it prompted me to use the controller like a fidget toy. Like, oh, lean to the right, lean to the left, hold the haptic feedback like this, and then go up and down and all around. It's fine. It doesn't really, like, I don't find it particularly fun. I guess it's cute. The only time I was actually engaged with the gameplay is in, like, the side stages that, like, are a minute long tops. Like, sorry, I did not care much for Astrobot at all. Sony getting rid of Japan Studio and all that, resulting in Astrobot, that's like a problem unrelated to the game itself. I like looking at things in the context of themselves, but yeah, that whole thing didn't help either. Could have just not gotten rid of Japan Studio. Sure, we would have gotten a game as good as Astrobot, if not better, before Astrobot. Alright, you got me. I do love Funko Fusion. This is a good video game. Feels like it's been been a long time since I played something that felt happy all the way through. That's fair, man. Like, all the power to you. I was like, again, I was super disillusioned with the state of the AAA gaming industry last year. Then I played Hi-Fi Rush and I was like, oh my god, I wanna live! And there were a handful of people I saw that didn't like that game, and I didn't quite get it. Something about the art style or whatever. A lot of it felt nitpicky, although I can relate to not really being big on the character designs because they're kind of inconsistent. Like they weren't sure if they were making an anime or a cartoon. But like besides that, holy shit, that game is magical. It's majestic, it's good. Yes, I did see that the Concord Secret Level episode came out. I watched most of Secret Level out of morbid curiosity. Boy, I have some opinions on that, but mostly like, who is this for? I don't see it. No, where's the gate? I don't see it. I love these little tidbits.
それをこっちとタイミングを合わせて操作するんだ。大丈夫、操作は簡単。ピットを押すだけでいい。いくよ。1、2、3、ピッ。
Ding.
あれ？ちょっと待った。ダメだ。電気が来てない。なんと、どうすんだよ。
We use the black rocks. The Golden Gate Gate. Well, dude, the Pac-Man episode was actually really good. You know, it actually did something original. Man, what are we doing here? Like, anyone who said the Pac-Man episode was actually really good should feel a little embarrassed that it turned out to just be a trailer. Like, be quiet. And it's fine if you liked it, but what pissed me off was all the people going, shut the fuck up, stop pretending you care about stupid fucking Pac-Man. Pac-Man is just a yellow guy that eats orbs, you're stupid, this is how they make it good. You do not tell that to a guy that grew up on Pac-Man World in the PS1, shut up. Man, you want a real black pill? Bomberman Act 0 was a game more faithful to its source material because it was based on like the original concept for Bomberman's story. Now, completely flubbed everything from that point on, but Shadow Labyrinth Pac-Man is just some random shit. Destroy it? No. No, I don't wanna. You're not letting me. But this didn't show up in this game. Sorry, pal. Wrong game. By the way, thank you for getting me into Toku. Watch Dawn Brothers after Impulse talked about it was life-changing. Dawn Brothers is an experience, man. Have fun with it. I can't imagine watching Dawn Brothers as your first Toku, but it's a really... As an entry into Toshiki Inoe's works and Sentai in general, it's a pretty fucking solid start. I'm glad his daughter is taking up the mantle and writing the next show. What's some anime I watched lately and liked? Gonna be real, I don't follow a lot of seasonal stuff, but I have finally watched the Space Adventure Cobra movie a few days ago. That shit was so good. Cobra. It's Cobra. Cobra is that dude from Dungeon Mission. I'm waiting for Daima to finish so I can watch all of it in one go. I watched the first 2 episodes and I think, you know what, this is pretty good. I don't want to wait a week for an episode, so I'm just wait even longer for all of the episodes. Oh yeah, I watched Gushing Over Magical Girls too. Pretty good show. Moving on, what are your thoughts on the first Chainsaw Man season? I didn't hate the art style as much as a lot of other people did. I was more bothered by the fucking pacing. Holy shit. I get that they wanted to make it seem like prestige TV or whatever, but it didn't have to... The aspect of prestige TV, you really didn't have to, you know, take inspiration from, was making everything really slow. Making, like, sucking out any possible hype there could have been and just throwing it out. Can't believe they were about to hype up the final battle in the season with that one Maximum the Hormone song that also, by the way, barely sounded like a Maximum the Hormone song. And then it just, you know, it cuts off before the fight starts and the fight itself doesn't have any, like, cool score to it. Shut up. Hope the movie's directed better. Yeah, Secret Level did indeed have an Unreal Tournament episode. It was somehow Unreal 1, the video game, had more story than that. Like better, more interesting story, I'll say too. I don't mind the Chainsaw Man opening being references. Like if you're gonna put like movie references anywhere pertaining to Chainsaw Man, it would be the OP. Like, I can believe Fujimoto probably popped off seeing some of those shots. Been watching Geiger. Man, I need to get on the Brave series because I've been getting into Transformers. And knowing a Transformers show was what kind of gave birth to Braves was fun to find out. Did you guys know there is a Transformer from the Japanese continuity? This is really cool space, jet plane, cool sword robot fighter man called Star Saber. That's where the whole Brave thing started. And in the way it was acknowledged in the English side of things was turning him into this weird religious zealot in the IDW comics that people are still really torn on, and the Japanese fanbase did not like one bit. Oh, I see. So someone recognized what I'm talking about in the chat. That's fun. Right, where do I gotta go? Ah, snap. I'm gonna spend 10 minutes running around in circles trying to find the last wire. I'm submitting a one-shot to a weekly Shonen Jump one-shot competition. Wish me luck. If that's not a joke, Godspeed, my friend. Oh, there it is. Okay, that was easy. Really fucking weird places you guys put all those cables, but whatever. What an oddly specific joke that would be to make. I mean, it's a good setup for a joke. I could like wish you the best and then you tell me, yeah, it's about Goku and Vegeta having anal sex for 13 pages. You could just read Super for that. I think I'm getting into Toku, where to start. Again, everyone will tell you, you look at the Kamen Riders, you pick the guy that looks the coolest to you, start from his show. even if you pick one of the less good shows, if you're just getting into Toku, it should be cool enough to keep you going. These guys fucking love beer. I wish I had any right now, and I didn't buy any alcohol tonight, even though I went out and bought a bunch of shit to make for lunch in the next several days after all the stores close for New Year's. Did you see the recent Harpy Lady loot featuring Ojama Lime? I hope I didn't. The problem is I've seen more than one of the things that you're describing that fall under that descriptor, and I wish I hadn't.
あんた意外とせっかちだよな。誰だってこんな時は焦るだろう。
Alright, so here's the interesting part of this mission. What? No New Year's pathetic aesthetic? No, but I am preparing a compilation of Lime skits with a little bit of extra on top that might come out before the end of the year, because people have been asking for a compilation of Lime skits for some reason. Hold up, her lesbian instincts are awakening. She needs to see what's up here. Nice zoom in. Now, not to spoil how this cutscene goes, but speaking of Mahalako... What did you just call me? What's her reaction? He doesn't know shit, dude. Is this bad? Do I gotta kill you? Yes! Shoot! Shoot the black rock! She's Spanish! You gotta shoot! Molest you in Spanish? Yeah, there we go, there's the black rock. Look at her thumbs up X. God, I love every single design of this fucking game. Oh, here's the boss fight. Dios mío! La cucaracha! Lock in. Drop kick. Scooby-Doo. See that times 2, that means she's got 2 health bars. Oh gosh, she's going Latina mode. Ah! That's frijoles. I need to get back to learning Spanish again. I was on Duolingo this year trying to learn something, but they kept bugging me and it annoyed me, so I stopped using the app out of spite. You forgot about your freaking Spanish lessons, fucker. Pretty sure she's European. She's an alien from outer space.
ディフェンサーモードリーライリーライリーライリー
Yeah, keep saying it. It makes it hit. It makes you not miss.
高ぶるわロックファイヤーほれ
She speaks Spanish, which makes her European. I mean, she could be American European from outer space. See? My mind works on levels you can't even imagine. Physical repair.
フィジカルリペア
I think you can see how the overheat system can start getting annoying, especially during boss fights. Okay, die. Give me the quick time event. Now for these slow events. Okay, check the fastest masher in the universe. Yeah, get some, yeah! Free hunt unlocked. Now you can hunt women freely. Yeah, what if she just got jibbed?
リリオ早く来て
I don't like when hot girls explode into chunks of gore. Hot take. However, she might not get away unscathed, you know.
わお今のはミーだよな
Can you say that more muffled? I can still hear you.
間違いない永久エイリアンのミーだ
Lesbian do so your opinion is invalid.
永久を一人で倒すとは君はすごいな本当に
おつむは空っぽだけどな
Oh, come on, don't be rude. Oh, this cutscene also has a funny line in it.
今のはどういう意味
と同じ君はすごいって意味
そうか
あれがポータルウェブチューブの入り口だ
Is that like YouTube?
ウェブチューブってのは世界中にある UEF の基地をつないでいる通路みたいなもの俺たち PSS は
Okay, here comes the line. I love this line. Explaining what PSS is, alright?
参ったなどこから説明したらいいんだ PSS ってのはピスじゃないぞプライマリーサポートサービスだ
Why would she think it stands for that, man? What is that lie?
言ってみれば
He straight up says it in Japanese. Piece.
UEF の部隊の一つであ UEF
I love
って
this
のは
guy so much.
まあ
Yeah, well, now it stands for piss. You said it, so you fucked up.
一番重要なことは俺たちは PSS で UEF の一員で同時に人類最後の生き残りってこと
FBI doesn't stand for fat bald idiots, in case you're wondering.
わかった
俺はまだピンとこないけどな
A Kojima character would also tell you this.
なんでもない
So why do they call her Black Rock Shooter? I'm glad you asked. Here's Organization 13. I love all these stupid fuckers.
ミーが死んだ。グレイの確保に失敗したらしい。どこへ行く、リリオ？
ミーをネブレイドする。
独り占めする気？
ミーは僕の。おお、古き良き時代の美しきちぎり。お前にはわかるまい。
今度のグレーは強そうね。
グレイには我々の生体アーマメント技術が使われている。しかしストックたちの不安定な技術のせいで能力は個体によって異なる。油断するとミーのようになるぞ。
わけがわからない。総督はなぜ技術
Usually I don't care much for Mega Knight characters, but the yellow girl is pretty awesome.
母様、見つめないでください。失言です。取り消してレブします。
His aura is off the charts. Aura blast.
さて、俺も行くか。この星のストックたちには。
Shout out to the braces guy. Man, you have no idea. He gets powered up by getting femdomed by the yellow girl in their boss fight.
もしあれがストックどもが言うところのホワイトなら絶対に殺すな。
分かっている。
Don't kill the white woman.
本当にこの星をもらえるんだな。
なあ、加えてもっと素晴らしいことがある。生きていられるぞ。
Can't explain it, but this is probably the most PSP looking video game of all time. This is a compliment, by the way, if you couldn't tell. Oh, piss communication. It's like miscommunication, but for piss. Piss communication is when you say, I gotta piss, and your friends tell you, go piss, girl. So, the free hunt mode is something you unlock at the end of each mission. It lets you replay the entire map, so to say, of that mission. And you get like a few extra secrets and goodies and such. You can do that at any time. I don't want to do it now because we'd just be wasting time and I want to show you more of the story. It does take like, I'm pretty sure like 20 minutes to go through a free hunt, so let's not do that. But I do need to take a PSS real quick. If you're wondering, that stands for pissing out of my penis. Hi guys, I PSS'd. Somebody know the cast for this game. Recognize some voice, but if I can't fully identify them, it's running crazy. Is the cast not listed anywhere, like on the internet? Feels like something you should be able to just Google. Cast. The game cast. It's IMDb. Maya Sakamoto is Blackrock Shooter. Somebody did guess that. This Miyuki Soshiro is the girl that replaces your soldier guys as Nana later on. Tomokazu Sugita is Mizma indeed. Wait. Katsuhisa Hoki, the old man from your military squad, is listed here. However, his preview image is the old man from Battle Construction Vehicles. Wait. I mean, can you think of a better character to represent this guy? I can't. That's something I want to put on a resume, having been in BCV, Battle Construction Vehicles. Still, he's the JP voice actor. He wasn't the guy saying, "You whippersnapper, you bumbler, you bumbler, you bumbler." Alright guys, we've been having too much fun. It's time to get rude real quick. There is a YouTube channel people sometimes send me, and I have no heart to tell them, never send me this again. This is the least funny thing I've seen in my life. They have a Yu-Gi-Oh! GX video from a few months ago, I'm pretty sure. I wasn't brave enough to click on. Every single thing I've seen from this channel was funny for 10 seconds, and then it keeps going for 4 minutes. Do you mind if we indulge into this a little bit, because I am kind of morbidly curious. Holy shit, Dosh Doshington uploaded a new video that's not about Factorial. Hell yeah, I can fall asleep to something tonight. Okay, yes, it is solid, JJ. I need to witness this for myself, okay? I need help, so I'm hiring you to help me out here. GX. Oh shit, I blocked the channel so it's not showing up on my search. Give me a second. Yes, I am that petty. Okay. Should show off now. There it is. Oh god, there's 2 of these, huh? Okay. The thumbnails don't instill any confidence, honestly. But you know, yeah, this is not gonna be a Nostalgia Critic stream. I'm not just gonna be screaming, but I am curious who's gonna be. Did we watch both of these? Okay, the second one is shorter, thankfully, but I can already tell this is not made by someone who can make good bits about Yu-Gi-Oh! GX from the thumbnails. Oh god, okay. That kind of sounded like Roger Craig Smith. Alright.
Wow, Cyrus, can you believe it? We're finally about to graduate Dual Academy. I know, it's crazy to think it's finally here. So, what's your plan for once you get out of here? Oh, me? Well, I'm probably going straight to the pros. How about you, buddy? Oh, well, I'll probably be doing the same. Hey, don't sound too disappointed. I mean, isn't that why you came to the Dual Academy to begin with? Well, yeah, I guess. But, you know, after playing the same game for 4 years, you kind of get tired of it. Hey, to each their own. Oh, well, I guess there are other jobs out there. Yeah, but I don't really have a choice. Why's that? In the last 4 years, all I've learned is how to play a card game. I mean, with the tuition here, I can't even afford to go to another school. Well, there's always community college. Those have all been converted into dual academies. Oh. Well, I guess it kind of does seem like you're stuck. But that can't be right. There's gotta be something else you can do. Oh, you could start a card shop. How do I do that? I don't know. They didn't teach us that. You see the problem? Yeah, starting to click. Let's ask someone else. Hey, Professor, can we ask you something real quick?
What do you want, Jaden?
Well, you see, my friend Cyrus here is having
Crawler
some doubts,
doesn't
and
sound
we're
like
just
me.
wondering, what would you do if you graduated from Duel Academy but didn't want to be a duelist?
Well, what a silly fear that is. You don't have to be a duelist when you graduate. I mean, look at me. You could even become a teacher.
What I mean, Cyrus?
Of course, if you want to become a teacher, you'll probably end up here.
Huh?
Well, see, when I was a student here and graduated, I realized I wanted to be a teacher. But by that point, I couldn't really afford to go into education, so I became a teacher here. It's the only place I was qualified.
Okay.
Just playing a children's card game every day for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Well, Jaden, what's got you riled?
Tell it to me straight, Chancellor. If I decided to opt out of being a duelist...
This guy has good comedic chops, but this script... my Galaxy updater crashed, but this script is rancid. I cannot believe this. Like, he has decent timing, he can arguably voice act, but holy shit. Guys, isn't the concept of a duel academy just so quack and crazy?
There's still some time for me to make something of myself, right?
Well, I was wondering when this conversation would come up. Jaden, you're not the first or the last person to come to me like this.
I'm not?
Of course not. It's completely normal. It's a part of growing up, Jaden. Sometimes your priorities change. It's never too late to change your mind.
Well, that's reassuring.
How much more of this is there? We're not even halfway through?
You know, before this, Jaden, I was actually a chancellor in an Ivy League school. Your potential is limitless, Jaden. And you're hearing this from a former student himself.
So there is hope for us after all. Man, I'm sure lucky you chose to work here.
Well, in truth, Jaden, I was actually ousted from my former position once I realized all my credentials were doctored. After serving some prison time, I was explained that my options were pretty much here or McDonald's, and McDonald's was overstaffed.
What about all that talk about?
I like how this could have been made by anyone reading like a brief wiki summary of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. There is a duel academy. These are the characters, and fuck, I can make a skit out of this. 4.5 minutes, 1 million views, why not?
Well, of course, Jaden. Your potential is limitless. So long as you understand that by limitless, I mean as far as Photoshop running on Windows 94 can get you.
I mean, do you at least enjoy your job?
Well, I've come to learn a lot of things with this job, Jaden. Like, do you know what a barrel of a gun tastes like?
Man, this is taking us nowhere.
See, that's like, again, that's like a joke from an Adult Swim show. It's a decent cutaway and all that, but like... The whole setup is just, haha, Duel Academy. I've been seeing this joke since 2010.
Gun tastes like?
Man, this is taking us nowhere. I just can't believe it. I mean, you can either become a duelist, and if you don't want to do that, you could teach people how to duel, and if you don't want to do that, you could be the head of the
Yeah, this
school,
is Cinema
and you
Sins,
can
you're
teach
right.
people how to duel. Dear God, it's self-sufficient.
I guess it's the pros for me.
I know things look bad, but don't worry. There's still one more person we could talk to. Seto Kaiba, I need a word with you. Who are you? It won't
It's
make
not
you believe
Kaiba.
that I'm Seto Kaiba.
Okay.
Just a hunch. What do you want? What I want is out. Out of this world that you've constructed. All this time, I thought I had the choice to be a duelist. But that choice was just an illusion, cast by corporations just like yours. As soon as I signed up for that...
Did Jaden have any direct interactions with Kaiba in GX? I think it was only Johan, right? Fucking mixing up my sub and dub names. Yeah, this guy wanted Jaden to interact with Kaiba, so it was like, fuck it, Kaiba man, close enough, I see.
School, I signed my life away to you. My entire life revolves around your game. This was all clearly by design. You knew what you were doing. So what is it, Kaiba? Is this some sort of evil plot to take over the world? Are you a part of some occult group trying to groom duelists for your own evil needs? Huh? I deserve to know! It's just capitalism. Look, I just want to make money, you know. There's no plot. But, I mean, you want a booster pack? I mean, I could do that for a discounted price. Like 5% off. Actually, scratch that, no, full price. You know, actually, I'm gonna double it. I mean, you still want it? There we go.
Is that like an advertisement for his plushie or something? Yeah, that was really bad. That was nothing. But there's another one. Okay, I'm kind of curious.
Wow, I can't believe I'm actually in Duel Academy.
Yes, yes, very exciting. Now let's get you situated, shall we? Welcome to Duel Academy, where you'll learn to play the game and have some fun along the way.
All right.
This is your new roommate, Cyrus. He's a little shy, but he has a lot of heart. Nice to meet you, Jaden.
Nice to meet you too.
That is not how Crowler... That is not what he would say about those guys. At all. Like, not even in the slightest. It would take you one episode to learn that.
Welcome to Duel Academy. He's a little shy, but he has a lot of heart. Nice to meet you, Jaden.
Nice to meet you too.
This is Chaz. He's quite competitive. He might just claim you as his next rival.
You're going down, Jaden. Bring it on.
You will be attacked by vampires.
What?
I said you will be attacked by vampires. They're trying to revive 3 ancient elder gods and lay dormant beneath the school. Just look out for them. I don't... One monkey. They're working together. Just keep an eye out for that. What? That's Shane. He's the toughest kid in school.
You look strong.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Okay, but the vampires, like, what was that?
This is Tyranno. He's got quite a bite.
I could only do a Spaceosaurus.
What the fuck does Space
The dinosaur in space. Come on, Jaden. You get
Wait. I was gonna bring up Hasselberry, but he's going on about the space scene at the end instead of, you know, going on. Do I really criticize this guy for missing an obvious joke? I really wonder how he goes about making these scripts. There is like the one joke you can make with this guy and he didn't make it. It's so strange.
I could only do a Spaceosaurus.
What the fuck does Space
the dinosaur in space. Come on, Jaden. You get to meet the evil light with your cards from outer space and all.
Cards from wait, you want me to fight light?
You know, the evil space light. The evil space light that controls your brain.
Everyone knows that. Okay, now I signed up to play a card game and have some fun. Okay, maybe some high school antics, some slice of life action. You know, a little Degrassi, maybe like one kid in a wheelchair can robot. Okay, you get it.
Oh, no, relax, straight. It's still about that at its core. You know, it's all about learning how to play the game and having fun.
Okay, good.
Also, your card game. Oh, fuck off. You're the reincarnation of the supreme king of evil. You're gonna commit multiple genocides, like plural, not just one.
Well, the thing is that he doesn't do that.
This being dropped at me right fucking now.
So you will never mention it?
You bet.
The evil card spirit from your childhood. You know, the one who would kill anyone who crossed you.
Evil spirit from when I was a kid. What the hell are you talking about?
love you.
And the best part is this isn't being presented as no, she's just always been there.
No, what? How could I have forgotten that? What were my memories erased?
Nah, you just forgot. You had other shit on your mind.
How?
Let me inside.
But I just want to play a card
There's
game.
no time for that. Go and defeat the end of evil and save mankind. Face it,
Go, I'm evil. Go, I don't want to go. I'm not doing it.
Sup?
No.
Yep.
No! Where are we?
First time through the ringer? Just look at me. Died in Egypt, became a twink, went back to Egypt. Now I'm in Detroit. Just gotta go with the flow.
What the hell did any of that mean? What the hell is going on?
It's anyone's guess. They didn't even try to translate this one. You don't even know the best part. Try to guess why I'm here right now. Guess. To tell you to stop taking everything so seriously. Come on, Jaden. Stop overthinking it. It's just fun and games, kiddo. Get your game on.
Okay, I'm so kicking your ass.
The end.
What?
Show's over. See ya.
What? That's it? The show
How is it still going?
the show just ends right in the middle of the duel? You can't just do...
Alright, fair enough. Yeah, that was also really bad. I guess at least it was a little bit more about GX than the last thing. It feels like he skimmed the wiki plot summary as opposed to just, you know, the first bit of info that pops up when you Google the show. Maybe next time he'll watch an episode or two. Yeah, no, it's bad. That kind of sucked ass. I'm glad I got it over with, though. I can move on with that chapter of my life. You know, I haven't actually still seen that Actman video about Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm cool with that. People are allowed to have wrong opinions. I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is finally out of the trenches when it comes to people's perception of the game thanks to Master Duel.
John, Tonio.
There's still some of that bullshit and I call it out when I see it, but I'm glad we have moved on from XD Nutbuster Dragon posting. You guys remember Koichi, John, Tonio, Dolly, and Lars? I remember Dolly, DJ Dolly. Don't call him a bully.
生まれ来る子らに死にゆく戦士たちに我らは忘れない安らかに眠れ
じゃあ みんな集まってるから紹
The
介しておく
fucking
よ。
song kicking in. Alright, a minute of silence. Disney Channel original movie.
ハッサン。
Oh, there's Hassan from Oil Country. You know. The Oil
元
Country.
船乗りのクリス。地中海料理ならお手の物。テオ。考える人。アルベルト。そしてここまで一緒に来たのは。
Early Days collection might bring back a G1 posting, but it'll quickly, you know, throw people back down to earth when they realize those games play like fucking try to commune with the devil.
鋼鉄の胃袋を持つ男、シャオミン。怪力のエンジニア、アレクセイ。
This feels like the little blurbs they wrote as pitches for the characters, knowing well enough that they're not gonna do much with them at all.
ボブ、ザ・スピーカー。
The speaker. I literally heard that. You could have translated that to the speaker.
最後にシキリア・モーリス・ベイリー。
ホボスだ。
なんで？いい名前じゃないの、モーリス。
ホボス。
Makes me sound cool.
でさ。まあいいや。で、俺はロス
He
ク。
really likes
よろしく。
Doom. So he's calling himself Phobos.
もともとは情報処理系の研究者だけど、一通りの戦闘訓練は受けている。
See? The failed scholar.
何でもそこそこできるからすっかり便利屋だ。
広く浅く中途半端なやつだ。
戦闘バカよりいいよ。
ようこそ UEF へ。私は指揮官のフランク・マリオン。
And Marion is just the wrong name for a guy that looks like this.
握手だよ。手を出して。
やめておこう。
Why would you do that? Why would you punk her like that? What's wrong with you?
記憶屋が狭いのだろう。
Need to learn useless niceties. You already put the hand out. You're just being an asshole.
さて、人類は残り10人になって
Download
しまった。
too slow, kid. You have much to learn.
我々が生き延び、人類が再び繁栄する未来は想像。しかしそれでも、あのエイリアンどもが地球をもてあそぶことを許すわけにはいかない。
I'm not gonna play a
よっ
Project Moon
て
game.
我々の目的は単純にして明快。エイリアンどもを殲滅することだ。
I don't actually care much for slightly edgy, mostly emotionless android girls. It's just, I think Black Rock Shooter in particular is cool with how she's executed. Like, the archetype in general doesn't really do anything for me by default.
今は亡き70億人の仇を撃たずに
It's the execution
UEF が敗
individually.
北することは許されない。
Mary, fuck Mary, kill the people on the screen. Fuck Rothkol, Mary Rothkol. Die with Rothkol when all the humans die.
早速だが、マリオン市長、俺たちには休息が必要です。
Fuck Hassan. From oil country?
常に敵に先んじることが重要だ。時間はない。市長、何度も言わせるな。俺たちはマ
And I
シンじゃ
used
ない。
to also not really care for battle maids at all, or care for maids, period, but I've really turned around on that in the past couple of years.
いいだろう。だがフォボス、お前は来てくれ。
Wearing that Sakura cosplay had nothing to do with it, probably. Okay, this is the only mission in the game that you spend going around chilling out talking to the cast before the rest of the game is just action. It's like a weird cool little outlier. Or the bake sale. No, not the Madolce intro. The Madolce intro was a joke. That outfit was supposed to look like shit. It's bake sale time. I'm so mad about Shape's voice acting in that intro. I can barely understand what he's saying. Also, I'm wearing some sort of weird gray sweatpants in that intro that makes me look like I have a potato in my crotch. Ridiculous intro skit. Just top to bottom a disaster. Might be one of my top 5 intro skits. It's break shell time. Alright, that's Hassan from Oil Country. What does he want? He could use some oil. We did everything back in my country, the old country, so could you get me some oil? I need it to live. You kinda look like Farfa though. What's up with that? The card or the guy? The male branch of the Burning Abyss, of course. What if I do Burning Abyss at some point and I have to say, so this is far from a male branch of the Burning Abyss. Like, how do I acknowledge that? Just not acknowledge it at all? Maybe one frame flash? Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out with the guys a little bit. Yes, I've gotten used to piss. Basically swimming in it. Nearfa, Farfa, wherever you are fa. Listen, you know me from day one, not much fucking around with the wider Yugi tuber sphere as a whole, but fucking around with Farfa is really funny to me, just saying stupid shit in his replies. Or gaslighting him about not knowing what Master Rule is in DMs. Master Rule. Why is his name Far Fago? What happened to Near Fago? Alright, how hard can it be to find like 7 people in... Oh, alright, I gotta go outside. Yeah, it always like takes me aback when people make some kind of a Yugi tuber meme where they put all of them in some context, and I'm also there because like I can't remember last time I interacted with 90% of these people. Remember when people thought you were good at Yu-Gi-Oh? Whoever thought that ever? Remember when I used to stream Edo Pro? Well, as it was known, Yu-Gi-Oh Pro at the time. It is the zeitgeist rather than actual interaction. It's just a little surprising, like, oh, okay. I'm usually not around these parts. Like, what the hell a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas? Such chatty fellows. Okay, there is a thing up here that I gotta do some quasi-platforming for. Say quasi because this game doesn't have a jump button. And this guy kinda looks like Elon Musk. No, he looks like Elon Ma. Or something in between. It's fucked up. Yeah, I feel sorry for Svit. He's either getting replies to the effect of when is Yu-Gi-Oh! GX episode 3, The Revenge of GX. Either that or like Twitter action gamers getting on his ass for that shitty Ninja Gaiden video from 4 years ago. One of the most chillest guys I know. Seen as video game Hitler by like several... It's kind of funny that everyone who liked a video game at any point in their life has a horror story about a Switch video. Red means stop. Good job. Big red X in the middle of the road means stop. You can't go there ever, forever. That wasn't a skill. What did I even find in that box? I actually wasn't paying attention. Oh yeah, you can get new outfits in this game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you need to be doing side missions like the free hunts and whatnot. Like going to far off edges of maps and shit. I don't remember what there's a battle damage outfit, there is a bunny girl costume, there is a schoolgirl outfit. You know, regular stuff you'd expect out of this. Does any of them have a shirt on? No, Black Rock Shooter doesn't roll like that. Pretty sure there are some cool costumes actually. I think she has like a variant of this base costume that you get later on in the game by default. Looks pretty cool. Got Rocket Starter in the chest. Okay, thank you. What is Rocket Starter? Wow, that is cool. That's pretty important. I remember my first playthrough, I went through the whole game without finding this one really crucial, important skill. I don't even know how I missed. Like, powers up all your skills for the rest of the fight. Rockets and rockets. It's all adding up. It's all coming together. Can I get some oil for Hassan from Oil Country? Poor guy's so thirsty. Yeah, this is charming and all, but I need to be killing again pronto. Am I gonna be running to all of them individually, giving their stuff? Grimlock drank the oil. Oh. Okay, that was the mission. And the next stage, basically this whole chapter is a little strange. Because it's a driving mission.
次の作戦
ブリュンヒルでの回収だ。お前用にモディファイされた VS トールタイプのお前用の乗り物だ。空を飛ぶ乗り物。普通は飛行機と呼ぶ。
うん、知ってる。
I know what an airplane is. Well, fuck me, lady. I don't know what you expect us to know. You know, and what you don't know. You didn't know what a handshake was. But you see, an airplane could be a weapon. And she's supposed to be a weapon. And handshakes are a weapon of friendship.
お嬢さんを除く全員はニュージャージーポータルへ向かう。了解。目的はブリュンヒルデとドラコの回収だ。
了解。
This song in particular kind of sounds like a Mega Man X track from one of the later games.
おとりになって敵を引きつける。
その通り。しかし用心して君を失うことは我々の敗北を意味する。君はいわば、まるで古い映画のセリフだな。
Sounds like those movies I watched. Oh yeah, which ones? Yes Man by Jim Carrey.
最後の騎士応援だ。
Well, there is a movie called Last Night starring Clive Owen and Morgan Freeman. It came out 4 years after this video game. They might have been onto something, no? There's Transformers The Last Night from 2017.
Yeah.
I doubt anyone could, you know, muster up a single line to quote out of that movie. Oh, it's Terra Crisis or Dracon Starship, of course, I knew that. Can we get the film buffs in here to verify this?
ステラ
聞き覚えは
ないと思う。
では忘れろ。余計な情報だ。チューブの入り口はそこ。奥にバイクを用意しておいたからそれを使え。作戦の詳細は後で説明する。
了解。
Hell yeah. Operation Piggy Ninja. This has some of the best dialogue in the game. Right, so yeah, this is the bike mission. It's a little fucked up. It's an auto driver. You're mostly gonna be dodging and shooting while you drive. It's kind of fun. It can get pretty tricky. Oh, sorry about that. Oh. How is that crate locked again? Okay, I guess I gotta platform back up those fucking things again. Right, among other things next year, I really gotta stop saying fucking as a buffer word. I do that a lot. I need to, in general, stop thinking immediately to swears when I'm not sure what to say in the moment. Yeah, what if it was a fucking sucking shit-ass fucking balls? Good one, Rada. This is why you're a streamer making money off of this. Yeah, tap into my inner AVGN. Oh, that thing is so cool. I want to have a figure of everything in this game, an action figure. But none exist. Actually, I'm pretty sure there's a figure of the final boss that came packaged with a game in Japan. Hold up. Black Rock Shooter. Action figure? Max Factory. Figma action figure. Okay, okay. Yeah, I would put that next to an Optimus. Wait, is this the Dawnfall design? Kinda looks like the Dawnfall design. I don't like that show. Oh shit, there is a... Oh, there's a Figma based on this game. And on eBay, and it ships... Okay, okay, I might get this. It's pretty cool. I do have like an actual pop-up parade figure of her. This could go pretty well with it. Yeah, yeah, whatever you just said, the 21st drive said Wallaby Way, Sydney, got it. What little scoop. Hi, Rodder, you're super cool and stuff. Who are you? We're coming into my stream calling me cool and shit. Hi, Vanilla, what's up? I'm shooting black rocks at people.
Piggy Ninja 作戦の成否はお嬢さん
Piggy
次第だ。
Ninja operation. This is it, kid. Why would you... Imagine not having the soul to immediately go for this answer. Like, why would you not question it?
ピギー忍者って
Just to hear her say that. Piggy Ninja で
単なる作戦名だ。
変なの
Why is that the name of the operation? Yeah, it's left and right. You fill up a meter, you shoot, no problem. Literal coolest thing ever. This sucks actually, because this is really sweet for like a moment, and then you realize this is gonna be going on for a while. And also, to get 100% clear on this stage, you gotta kill every single enemy in every goddamn driving section, and it's a pain. I've tried. Look how involving this is!
お嬢さん、バイクの調子はどうだ？
それ
It's alright.
UEF 標準装備の量産型なんだけど、秘密があるんだ。エンジン周りは戦前のパーツに交換してあるんだぞ。ああ、そういうの好き者の間で流行ったよな。
悪いかよ。
I wanna hear these guys talk about war for like 2 hours straight while Blackrock Shooter sits in the corner and like occasionally repeats a thing like Solid Snake. Except, you know, it's in the Blackrock Shooter voice, so it's way better. Die. Die, big wheel, small wheel supremacy. Yeah, I'm not bothering with killing everything in this. How much XP am I getting from that? Yeah, it is kind of like Subway Surfers if it was good.
作戦名のピギー忍者は例によって映画のタイトルなのか？市長の命名だろ？だったら絶対映画ネタだな。
私ではない。俺だ。映画じゃなくてテレビ番組。
Actually, it's a TV show called Piggy Ninja, and they use smoke grenades. So shut up.
否定はしねえよ。ライブラリーあったか？ない。ガキの頃テレビで見たきりだ。
ああ、テレビ。懐かしいよな。
What is that children's TV show called Piggy Ninja where they use smoke grenades? Oh, I guess because they're ninjas. Yeah, okay. I was thinking military for some reason. Yeah. Wait until someone makes a poorly researched retrospective on Beast Wars. I mean, I feel like Beast Wars is popular enough for that to already exist. Been having a lot of fun watching that. I just finished season 1 last night. Megatron's an asshole. No. Spatial awareness of a dead horse. Yeah, just tank it, you'll be fine. What do I do? Left or right? Oh, I gotta go super left or super right. There we go. I'm glad they tried doing something cool with this, cause like you had to have her drive the motorbike, but they couldn't make it too involved. It's like the combat system. They probably had something way cooler in mind, but it's a PSP game, so they just pushed it as far as they can, you know, to maintain the aesthetics. Because if this was just a straight up like real-time action game, beat 'em up or something, being on a PSP, you probably couldn't make the visuals and BRS aesthetics pop out as much as the way it is right now. And like if this was a real-time driving segment, I can imagine how like frustrating it would be to see her bumping into things constantly.
今日は俺の誕生日だ。以上って祝ってやるから遠慮するなよ。祝うなら来年の誕生日にしてくれ。
Why do all these guys gotta die, man?
この話題も悲しくなるね。
Oh, it's really bumming me out. I could use a can of oil right now. See, he waited a while to tell him that. I think he was enjoying the conversation. Ah! Oh god, I was pressing the analog stick. That was a mistake. You know, the first time I took a PSP into my hands, I thought the analog stick was a microphone. Like, if you've never seen or held a PSP, go look up PSP 3000 or whatever and look what the analog stick looks like. And tell me I'm not justified in thinking that's a goddamn microphone. It has a texture. Man, 100%ing this sounds like a nightmare. How did I even attempt it? Yeah, you'll find your PSP when you hear a loud pop in the middle of the night and something in your house catches on fire. It's the battery doing that.
PSS コール。お嬢さん、お前は今目的地にいる。さあ、派手にスモークを立ち
Yeah,
上ら
this
せ
is
ろ。
still going, huh? And guess what? It's gonna be going like that every single mission in this chapter.
PSS コール。こちら発煙筒を使った。
了解。敵が集まるから気をつけろよ。
戦えばいいの？
ああ、その後にもう一本発煙筒を使え。適当に場所を変えるんだ。
了解。適当にやる。
Chickens! Oh, and cubics. You guys remember cubics? What a weird archetype. I wish they had anything to do besides Crimson Nova Turbo, because they look really cool. And Aigami is a cool looking character. You know, people talk about Darkside Tear. You know who had the biggest glow up in that movie? Mokuba. Duel Monsters Mokuba looks unwashed. He looks like he's overrun by bugs or mosquitoes or such. Darkside Mokuba looks dapper as fuck. Just wait a second, chicken. I mean, I could mean Cubics robots for everyone. I had an episode of that on DVD when I was a kid. I don't know where the fuck, like... I don't know why we randomly dubbed, like a handful of Korean cartoons from the early 2000s back in the day. There's this one cartoon about, like, some kind of cherub baby in some kind of heaven world themed around the internet called A-Jang. Over here pronounced Ayang. I don't know, maybe in Korean. I don't really know how things are pronounced in Korean. And the only footage I can find of it on YouTube is in Serbian. I don't think Koreans are even cognizant of this show. And it's only like 12, 13 episodes. And the intro theme plagiarizes a part of the TMNT opening when Splinter transforms. I recognized that when I was looking it up earlier this year, like, hold the fuck up. Did they just steal this part of the animation? Oh my god, they did. That's insane. I could pull it up right now, but I can't be asked to, like, put it side by side. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Ninja Turtles intro. No, it's weird that it pulls up the 2012 one first. Apparently that show was good. I kinda ignored it because I hated the look of like those early 2010s CGI cartoons. The original Ninja Turtles, not AI upscale, not nothing. Why is this 4 minutes long? Okay, that might work. All right, yeah, sure. I just want to point out for this whole stream, people have been trying to say, "Oh wow, she really do be shooting black rocks," and the auto mod has been keeping the messages from sending every single time because it uses the words "shoot black." They're a little confused, but they got the right idea. A Jang intro? Okay. Yeah, the first result under the actual Korean upload is... Oh no, it's this person called Old Classic Gamer, some Serbian person uploading a bunch of old stuff that was dubbed over here or aired here. They actually have like more knowledge about this channel, but that's not relevant right now. This is the intro to Ajang, the baby. I don't think I'm gonna get copyrighted for this because this is not real. What the hell is this? This is what I watched as a kid because there was nothing else on TV. Okay, you see that? The rest of the opening it doesn't matter. They're dancing and singing and shit. So, look at this for a second again. Okay. Alright. Check this out. Are you seeing a semblance of resemblance? a little bit, just a smidge. He's a radical rat. By the way, what is Splinter doing here? This always confused me since I was a kid. He's in some kind of wooden tower and he's breaking the shit out of it. But then it seems to be like in the sky? Really, really odd shot. Someone said this guy's got a piggy ninja. Dude, that's Majin Du. Okay. Anyway. And now you know about Ajang and you are lesser for it. Is that the episode where he got trapped in a crate? You could tell me that and I could just believe it, you know, the 80s cartoons just had fucking whatever episodes for everything. They're just throwing shit at the wall. G1 Transformers, man, what a mess. Like a marketing show made by a bunch of people who hated or didn't care for what they were working on, with maybe like 2 or 3 guys max that wanted to put some like creative work into it. But that shit was barely ever coming through. And yet still, that 1986 movie, you know, pretty good as far as all things considered, you know, despite the fact that it was, again, literally supposed to be a marketing thing. Like, the actual example of accidental soul. Like, killing off all those guys. I gotta be real, man, that whole, oh my god, they made up an in-universe reason for animation errors. I rarely call things Reddit nowadays, but like, who cares that they made up an in-universe reason for animation errors? What are we doing here? They should make a better show. They haven't had a good show since, I wanna say arguably Prime, but like objectively since Animated. The animated Japanese OP, so like I was obsessed with it ever since I first saw it back in 2010, but actually watching animated made me like retroactively like it less, because it's really not an opening for that show at all. Not because of how inaccurate it is, and it is like horrifically inaccurate, even more so than I could have imagined, but like tone-wise. Why is Transformers Animated having a goddamn Jam Project OP? It's a goofy show with a lot of silly stuff happening. It has serious moments and fights and all that, but they should have swapped the bands they used for Armada and Animated. Like, Animated deserved the Psychic Lover OP, and Jam Project should have been on Armada. Like, I watched the animated opening now and I think I want to watch the show that this is the opening for. Yeah, the song is good. Also, praise be to Decepticon, really cool single they did for it too. Finding out that Transformers in Japan have essentially the same, if not like a stupider reputation than as the like Yu-Gi-Oh dubs in America, was a little disheartening, because like the guy that was in charge of the Beast Wars dub turned it into a parody, and it was really successful, so they got him onto every single Transformers localization from then on. His quote-unquote wild style of dubbing, where they just ad-lib and put pop culture references into everything. Like, come on, man, don't do that to Beast Wars. Like, don't do that to Animated. Like, yeah, shitty localizations happen outside of English. It's just mostly a problem in English because, you know, it's the lingua franca. So everyone else has to go with that translation. My personal favorite thing, you know, besides Jax saying "get fucked," the Serbian dub of GX, when in a scene where Chaz is presumably supposed to be saying, "Can someone explain that in English?" In the Serbian dub, he said, "Okay, so can someone explain that in Serbian?" Imagine if he said that in the English dub. Okay, so can someone explain that in Serbian? Why do you need to hear it in Serbian, Shaz? I'm studying over in Yugoslavia. We have a way cooler dual academy, it's made out of rocks. The Baki translator must have been doing wild style. The Baki translator was doing crack. See, hitting the head deals more damage, but you can't specifically target the head. God, they wanted this game to play like Vanquish, but they couldn't. They weren't given the resources. It wasn't the time or place to make this play like Vanquish.
余裕だな。その調子で頼む。
Boots and cats and boots and cats.
こちら引き続き移動中。ピギー忍者を継続せよ。作戦名は変えてくださいよ。
You suggested it, motherfucker.
ならば今後作戦名は私に任せることだな。了解。鉄拳でした。
Yeah, exactly like Kid Icarus Uprising. They absolutely wanted that game to play more, you know, traditional, but they were cursed with the system it's on. I like Operation Piggy Ninja, baby.
やはり分かっていないな。はい。では作戦再開だ。
楽しそうだな。
I am having a lot of fun. I should make a video called Gaming with Blackrock Shooter where I put her next to me like Gaming with Gadget. I like to shoot black rocks in Blackrock Shooter. I like to shoot white semen in Blackrock Shooter. Gadget, why would you say that? I am masturbating my penis to Blackrock Shooter. Gadget, I don't think you could say that on YouTube.
キャンパーはマンハッタンイーストへ移動。我々は引き続きニュージャージーを目指す。
私はキャンパー？
その通り。ハッピーエンドを迎えるはずだ。
了解。
いってらっしゃいな、キャンパー。
I would be camping if I had a sniper rifle. And I would shoot Mizma in his stupid red face. Advent Children ass motorbike. It's called Visual K? And it's art? Alright, they start moving now. This again, yes! It's not on his Malice Miser arc. I don't care for Malice much. Wait, are we talking about the Yugi archetype? You didn't spell it right if that's what it is. Essentially, I'm saying I am not going to Alice. I'm not going to Malice. I don't like how it plays. I do kinda like the aesthetics, but mostly because they just kinda look like different Trickstars. I'm on my Malice Vorus arc. Why does this auto-scroller have a time limit? Does it? Wait, does it?
わからない。バイクには初めて乗っているから。
無知とは恐ろしいものだな。たまに口を開いたと思ったら、ならば黙る。
お嬢さんがすごいってことだろ。英検なんて関係ないんだ。
死後は禁止したはずだ。
When will Rise will have its own PS2 game? What deserves a PS2 game is like Warrior Lady of the Wasteland and Digrapher. That's that whole lore has the color scheme of a PS2 game. Okay, it does have a time limit. Why? I couldn't begin to tell you. I think the driving section might end before the time limit is over, and it's referring to things you do after the driving section is over, so it might be that. I love that they're just talking about movies in this mission, it's so cool. Little bits of pre-war info.
それでもやはり名状しがたい気品を感じるエリアだった。市長、
See, told you he liked the chatting. Actually, it's super necessary. I'm not a furry. Do I need to bring up the persona again? I mean, I haven't gotten any out of it in like 5 years, but it does exist. And everyone always goes, ew, why do you have a persona? And then I pull it up and they're like, oh my god, it's really cute. It's not really something I committed to or anything. But yes, Lunalights are... I mean, it's Lunalights mostly due to me liking how they play, and Leo Dancer being one of the best, coolest monsters ever. Appearance-wise, besides the fusions, don't care much for besides Wolf. Wait for types. I like a lot of the Amazoness, but Amazoness is pretty alright. Mostly the newer ones. The old ones look a little too much like Pillarmen with tits. Not really into that type. We buy art commissions often, mostly of like newer OCs and stuff. There's one psycho girl OC I have called Carla I've been getting a lot of art for. I gotten a really gory com of her recently this year. I didn't post it anywhere because it's a little too much for Twitter. I'm not gonna pull that up, but she gets a little silly with it. She's psycho killer, you know? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Then if I was a Blackrock shooter character, I would start talking about how it's a song from the 2000s. It's an operation called Operation Psycho Killer. That's a little strange. It's a song I heard in 2000s. Kill you, man. I can't do that without Jimbo's around. I can't carry the legacy of Kill You Man myself. Nobody's ever gonna know where that even started. That was so stupid. Kill you, man. God damn. She's kind of like kill you, woman, really.
PSS コール。お嬢さん、そこがキャンプ場だ。こっちの探査によると敵がかなりいるようだな。
Let me retweet the stream announcement while I'm at it, although I might not stream that much longer, or I could, I don't know.
あと3本しかない。
十分だな。
Who can say?
よし、タリホー。
Only God.
どうした？
タリーホーってなんだか変。
とにかく始めてくれ。
I like her saying Taliho is good. Yes, the support report will come, it will be there, it will be the greatest support report of all time. I talked about it earlier in the stream. I'm trying to do something a little different with 2024 support report. It'll definitely be next year, because I haven't even started writing it, and I don't think that's gonna happen in the next 3 days. But, you know, the support report, it doesn't really have a formula besides, okay, 3-parter, acknowledging all the support and how good it is. Doesn't really have all the jokes, doesn't have the dynamic of Archetype Archive. I'll see what I do with it. I want to do something new. I want every series on the channel to stand out in a different way. Support report as it is, it's like poor man's Archetype Archive being made for, you know, the sake of completion. I actually like gimmick puppets now with the new support. Shoot me. Well, I will shoot you independent of that. Foiled, if I saw you on the street, I would like pile drive you.
PSS コさあ、派手にスモークを立ち上らせろ。
Why is Rod like this? Because I'm evil.
1本目完了。
了解。次も頼む
You
ぜ。
didn't wash your hands. Yeah? Because I'm evil. Oh, they're getting handsy now. Hey Rada, will we get Hero this year? You know what? Yes, yes. The Hero video is guys, alright, fuck it, you got me. As you were watching the stream, the Hero video has been uploading. You can go on YouTube, watch it right now. You type in Hero on YouTube, and you will get a wonderful song by the one Nickelback. That's the hero we're looking for, right? If anyone believed that for even a second while I was saying it, what's wrong with you? Okay, Volcanon, it's the skill that locks you into place while you dish out damage and then take even more damage because you're locked into place. There's a heroic champion video dropping. Man, I've had the sick idea to drop a heroic champion video on April Fools labeled as Archetype Archive Hero, and then in like tiny, teeny tiny little letters above it, Eek! So it's an Archetype Archive for heroic. I think people would tear me apart live on air for thousands of viewers if that happened. I don't think that would be a safe thing to do for my own well-being. See, that was me taking damage. I think at this point I'm like confident in saying I probably wouldn't flat out stop Yu-Gi-Oh videos period after doing Heroes. I would just kind of shift up my formula a little bit. I would most likely not be doing more Archetype Archives, especially not frequently or anything, but I would maybe review the video games or finally talk about the anime or something. I don't see myself like just abandoning Yu-Gi-Oh wholesale at any point. But I do wanna, again, we're talking about diversification all stream, we talked about it for like 5 minutes, 2 hours ago. I have been putting extra effort into Archetype Archive lately, this year particularly, because, you know, I'm facing my own mortality. I decided I'm gonna go out one day, but I need to leave better and better things behind. There's so much to see and do in this world, and you should make it good. That video of you doing a live presentation about GX still around? That wasn't a live presentation about GX, that was about Yu-Gi-Oh! Period. It's just, let me tell you how to dig that up. It's a good question actually. That is still up. No, that's not it. History? Wow, is this video shadow banned or something? Okay, there we go. It's called Yu-Gi-Oh! A Series History, live at Japanism 2017. That's Japanism, that's Japanism. That's the name of the convention I was presenting it at. That video, that presentation is not particularly good. It was mostly me using the fact that I even got a panel secured to share my interest in Yu-Gi-Oh! With a bunch of people, and it was fun doing it, but that video is like full of misinformation, man. It was just me. It was a lot of perpetuating those completely untrue fandom rumors and such. My script wasn't particularly good. It was just, you know, talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And giving out trivia to people who aren't too familiar with the anime series and such. Yeah, I did say in one of the older videos, like, oh, I used to have so much more energy in my voice earlier. It's mostly me finding the right tone over the years. I feel like I sound much more natural in Archetype Archive nowadays. There's a period in 2018 where I sounded like I wanted to kill myself every single word, but that wasn't natural. It was just me trying to like sound more low-key in those videos. I'm trying to find some kind of balance between being that like super high-pitched, hyper, goofy sounding errata from like the early Legacy of the Worthless and everything, and just sounding like some kind of depressed maniac. Can you be super fucking angry in one video? You won't like me when I'm angry. It's kind of been a... It's been a weird thing with me finding my voice for videos, because... I mean, this is my normal voice, this is how I talk. So I speak. In real life, I'm a little bit more low-key than this because I am streaming, I'm still putting on a bit of a presentation, but I am much less concerned with like how I sound right now because I'm not trying to put on a show that's like super polished like I am on YouTube. But it's every time that I record, I still like feel a little exhausted at the end of it because I am straining a little bit to put on some kind of presenter cadence. I still haven't been able to to figure that out properly and not tire myself out recording videos every time. Went from high energy teenager to Mr. Plinkett pretty fast. Yeah, I hope like I am something in between that at this point, because I didn't really end up liking either of those cadences very quickly after recording those videos. A pro tip to anyone trying to start YouTube. What was I even gonna say here, honestly? I was mostly gonna talk about voice, but there are so many things I would recommend to people trying to start YouTube. But when it comes to like the voice you're presenting with, just go with... I can't even say go with what feels natural, because sometimes you want to put on a persona, a character. Go with what you think fits the video. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Turns out I don't have that much to say on that topic, really. Guess I'm still figuring it out. What do you feel about Lime becoming a channel mascot? I'm like 50-50 about it. I've been more mad that like, grr, stop just knowing me for Lime, but I'm like, come on man, Lime's funny. It's fine. It's alright, people like him, people like to like kick the shit out of him. My bigger thing is like, Lime is mostly Jimble's creation is the thing. I am directing him with Lime, and I am, you know, Lime is my puppet, but Jimbles is giving it the voice, you know? And Jimbles is kind of, the process for making most Lime skits is me giving Jimbles some direction for what I would want the skit to be, and then him coming up with most of the writing, with me like adding some touches to the script by the end of it. If it wasn't for Jimbles, there would be no Lime, is the thing. There are some lime skits that were all me, but it's mostly a collaboration with Jimbles. Lime skits fun to write. They can be when I time the production properly. However, when I'm doing lime skits at the very tail end of working on a video, it kind of sours my mood about it. Because I get done with an archetype archive and I think, oh god, I gotta record an intro in a lime skit now. This is gonna take like a whole other day of editing. It just kind of pisses me off. But regardless of how annoyed or tired I am by anything that comes up during production, I always make sure to give it my 101%. I never want my videos to feel half-assed. And I hope that they don't. I'm paralyzed. I'm dead. Dying in the game in real life. If you die in Black Rock Shooter and you die in real life, you die for real. John Maline would have been dead or behind bars within a week without me. I'm the one who got the lime out of the clutches in the Olympic prison. Years ago, I legitimately showed the first girl I ever dated one of the early lime skits on our first date because I was socially awkward and didn't know better. She had absolutely no context and pretended to understand. Oh no. What else do you say? Like 10 years ago, I would show every new person I meet the scene from Metal Gear Rising when Rules of Nature kicks in and Raiden throws the Metal Gear Ray, and wager whether I want to hang out with them or not based on if they thought it was cool. I don't think I would ever think of showing people a lime skit. Somehow I got a second date, and that's how I knew she really liked me. That's cool. I just don't think I would want to date a person that wants a second date after seeing a lime skit. Did anyone get Hassan that oil?
お嬢さん、説明しておくぞ。ブリュンヒルでは君用にモディファイされた小型戦闘機。ドラコは俺たちが使う長距離輸送機だ。報告。周辺に敵兵及びマークなし。よし、行け。
He's just standing there, aura farming.
ストックどもがよくやる陽動作戦か。もっと風情が欲しいところだ。西部劇ののろしみたいに。
Yeah, see, this is the movies chapter. They talk about movies. Look, man, I think aura farming is a hilarious term. I was watching Beast Wars with some friends the other day, and we laugh our asses off whenever Tigatron comes up to say some deep Xavier Renegade Angel bullshit and then immediately gets wasted by Predacons. That's aura farming. Yes, Tigatron, we hear the quote.
ロスコルから PSS コール。お嬢さん、休憩終了だ。君は合流地点へ先
Keep
回りし
pressing
て
X. I always
周辺の
think
敵を
like you
排
need
除しておい
to
てほし
need
い。
to hit it to
合流
advance
地点
dialogue.
はステータスビルの正面入り口前にしよう。そこは昔待ち合わせスポットとして有名だったそうだ。 バイクで行けばそれほど時間はかからないと思う。
Like we as kids used to make fun of characters that were.
作戦名は
Okay, okay, hold up, this is kid too.
考えてなかったな。
タリーホー。
気に入ったのか？
What if I say not really here? I can't be mean to Rothhall, I'm sorry.
正直言って君くらいの年頃。しかも女の子ってのは全然わからないな。でもまあ君が気に入ったんならいいぞ。じゃあタリーホー作戦。タリーホー。
I feel like they're not bringing up the fact that she's a robot enough in these contexts. Oh, is she? I forgot. She's some kind of cyborg. She's not a robot, she's just autistic. Right, I forgot what her exact deal was in this. I know it was some deal about her creator, dad, whatever. But yeah, I don't exactly remember. Wait. It's complicated, but it's also spoilers. I can't be asked to remember exactly what the deal is now. Once again, why is there a timer? Turns out it wasn't for the section after the driving part, so like, why? Maybe if I just keep bumping into things, you can actually run out of time. Okay. Yeah, we as kids used to make fun of characters that were, you know, essentially aura farming. Like Kai from Beyblade, he would always sit, like during every Beyblade fight, he would just sit back with his arms crossed, eyes closed. Like, oh dude, you're so fucking cool, we get it, shut up. But there was this one episode where Ray did that. And Kai was like locked in watching the fight. It was some kind of duel that was like important to Ray emotionally, and he was like distancing himself from it. But Kai actually wanted to see what was going on, and we were like, holy shit, they swapped? That's insane! Oh man, Beyblade. It was kind of insane to find out people don't really care much for the OG Beyblade because it was mostly starting from Metal Fusion that it really popped off in the West. I'm a G1er for Beyblade, I don't particularly care about anything past that first series.
PSS コール、ドラコ、離陸準備完了。指示を待つ。
了解。ブリューヒルデ班報告せよ。
現在アイドリング中、異常なし。でも
Isn't Ryuga just like insane, not aura farming? He's basically Merrick of that show.
了解だ。ロスコルを残し。
That's not aura, that's like the guy's just on fire at all times.
やっぱり飛行機は盛り上がるね。
Boy, driving is fun, but I wish there was something that could make the whole experience a little more entertaining. The two guns I have on the side of my motorbike. You don't even need to time that. It's like the most generous dodge. Why is there a timer? You can't even bump into too many because you will die. Maybe it's just there for the aesthetic, like, you gotta hurry! You gotta hurry!
ラスカル、木を壊したら銃殺だ。分かったな。はっ。諸君、ただいまから我々人類は 本格的な反撃に転じるエイリアンどもを殲滅するのだ。良き離陸。
Those alien bastards are gonna pay for trying to shoot up that ride of mine. You guys think I could voice Blackrock Shooter? How does this sound? Does it sound like that? What? I'm doing Teen Titans Raven. I'm doing Teen Titans Raven right now. Huh? I can't go any faster. Okay, it really is just for the aesthetics. Like when you're installing Red Alert and it goes, the government knows your location, install the game now. Finish the 3 bike missions without taking damage. Obtain support skill heat free. You shan't be seeing that tonight. Moving on. Oh, no more bike. Thank God.
来た。複数。いや、もっと。
Yeah, that is quite a few, I agree. Can I save? Yes. The relation's so cool, man. When I was a kid, saying that something had a chip in it was kind of like a magic word that this can play video games like you've never seen before. So a friend of mine would at some point say, oh yeah, some computers have chips inside that let you play Sony PS2 games on. Yo, that's crazy. I hope my computer can have that chip inside. You know, it turns out the chip in question is a really strong processor. And I became cognizant of emulators a little later. It was during middle school. A friend of mine showed me... okay, I really wanted to play DBZ games. I was like jonesing for DBZ. Because most of my exposure to DBZ was like Warcraft 3 custom maps made by Indonesians. But all the DBZ games were consoles. So a friend of mine told me, oh dude, you should check out emulators. What is that? Oh, they just let you like play old video games from consoles on your PC. I'm like, say that again? Excuse me, that's real? I spent so much time with Project 64. With Smash. Zelda, never completed one. The PS1 emulators, oh my god, I get to play Pepsi Man again. Holy shit, I can finally find out how the version of Rayman 2 I grew up with was actually a botched port on the PS1. Awesome. You know, that experience of finding out about emulators is legitimately magical the first time around. Are you gonna do anything or just gonna stand there menacingly? Alright, die, I guess. You call yourself the Wall? Well, I am... the... Ball Buster. Fuck it. Fuck it, move on, move on.
PSS コール。ドラコの飛行は順調かつ快適だ。
I'm bad at coming up with these things on the fly. Super bad. This makes me feel way too self-conscious every time. Dude, you can't do one-liners on stream, fuck off. Jibbles is the cup, because he's my voice actor. Phobos is so moe. It's so Tsun. There's one gif I saw on V like 10 years ago that made me lose my goddamn shit. I still kinda snicker thinking about it. It was from Bravely Default, I'm pretty sure. It was some character introduces herself as a ball buster, but like B-A-A-L. Ball buster. And then it zooms in on her face and she's like having this evil smirk. It was the funniest thing I've seen in my life for some reason. Ball buster. Good job, kid. No, it wasn't that good of a job.
ドラコはこれより敵を避け旋回飛行に移行する。ロスコル、あとは任せる。
了解。お嬢さん、待ち合わせ場所は覚えてるかい？
Rand's views.
合流ポイントはステータスビ
Okay,
ル
the
正面
boss
入り
is
口まで
unironically at the top of this building.
あと少しで到着するから敵に気をつけて待っててくれ。
Then I'm gonna end the stream because it's about to be 5 a.m. You're feeling big from up there. You're feeling your dick is so huge up there. You're so cool, dude. Let me see your letterboxd. Can I find that ball buster gif? I kinda wary about looking up ball buster gif on Google Images, but I'm doing this for y'all, okay? B-A-A-L buster gif. Okay, it is bringing up that character on Google Images. However, it's not showing me the GIF. What is her name? She's got white hair, some kind of flower in her hair, titties, purple dress. Can't even tell what she's called. Ballbuster, Bravely. Magnolia Arc, or Arch. Can't find the GIF. Whatever. Says Magnolia Arch, Ball Buster, and then it zooms in on her face. I don't know why it made me lose my shit back then.
PSS コール。
Mikuさん。
こちら間もなく到着予定。でもちょっとまずいんだ。瓦礫のせいで着陸地点が見つからない。ステータスビルの屋上ならなんとかなりそうだけど。
登ればいいの？
高層ビルだぞ。無理だろ。
大丈夫だと思う。
そうか。じゃあ頼む。
Huke made her when he was real depressed. That's when the best art is made. You make the greatest, most profound, touching work ever produced by human hands when you're at your lowest, and then you become happy and the thing becomes a little different and everyone hates you. Fuck you, dude, you were posting better when you hated everything. It's the same logic. People hate to see you grow when you were making such touching art. Well, you wanted to put a bullet in your mouth. Fuck you, dude. Old Archetype Archive was better. I do think some of the quote-unquote vulgar auteurism shit I see on Twitter comes from people who like feel like they need to come off like they're being edgy. Like the way they talk about it doesn't really feel sincere, like they're actually standing up for creators pouring out their hearts into the work and creating, you know, messy, raw-feeling fiction. It feels like they just want to come off cool for the sake of it. Like, I absolutely agree that, you know, vulnerable emotional states can make for insanely strong, gripping art, but oh man, some people get really up inside their own asses about it. No, dude, you know, listen, you gotta flagellate yourself with everything you create, otherwise it's not real. Okay, motherfucker, show me what you have created. Show me one thing, what do you create?
探査モニターのマークによると、今ビルの壁を登ってるのか。
People playing it being profound, trying to say something about the sincerity of creators, never fails to piss me off. Wheelie Breaker streams probably my most used video for background noise. That's probably my favorite stream that I've uploaded on YouTube. I had so much fun with that piece of shit game. Yeah, it's the assuming shit about creators. Like, I get it. Delving into, you know, the mental state that produced some piece of art that really touched you. It's interesting. It's fun. But then people get into like these whole like borderline biographical assumptions about people they know nothing about, based on something they've made that turns out to just not be true if the creator ever actually talks about it. Oh my god, let's stop sniffing your farts for 5 seconds. So much fart sniffing around art spaces online these days. Everyone thinks they're so fucking smart. Ah. Pretty sure there's some stuff. Yep, okay. It's a cool little spot to hide a secret. There is no secret. What? Pulls me back down, but the boss is up there. Wasn't there a thing to go out here? Where is Blackrock Shooter? He's gone. Alright, there is nothing here. This is a cool ledge you can stand on. If it turns out I missed an item, well, we'll never know what it was. I want toys of these guys so bad. Every single enemy in this game looks like the coolest action figure ever.
お前がミーを倒したグレイだな。
誰？
ストック風に発音するとまず
グレイって何？
聞いてもすぐに忘れてしまうさ。それがグレイの特徴だからな。
You calling me gay?
知りたい。
グレイは総督の導きでストックたちが生み出したクローン兵器。同時に総督が最も望んでいる捧げ物。でもストックたちは失敗ばかりでね。
I'm a clone destined to fail. Or something. So it's... Rothkol with the Vito. Must be the kill streak I picked up.
マズマ？そいつも永久エリア、敵の中の敵。
ちょっと待ってくれ。
Why did you know his name? Your pals?
ビッグスナイプという映画は見たか？ネット・トランシーが狙撃者を演じたの。
Ned Trancy?
俺はネットが気に入ってね、我慢ができなくて探し出してネブレイドした。もうじいさんだったけど。
The whole term Neblade is so interesting.
お嬢さん
It just means kill, but it's killing when these guys do it, that it's called Neblading.
邪魔なんだよ。
Okay, yes guys, this is the Sky Striker video game. Fuck it. I've been playing a mod for the Sky Striker video game the whole time.
仲間の敵は私の敵。
なるほどね。
It's also like
話の
absorbing.
途
Yeah,
中
yeah,
だった
yeah,
け
yeah.
ど、続きはいいのか？
どうせ忘
Wonder
れる
that's
みた
why
い
he
だか
can
ら。
snipe now.
よし、試してみよう。俺の名前は覚えているか？
まずも
では、ビッグスナイプの主演は？
Ted Kaczynski, I think.
ネット・トランシー。
Close enough.
ほう、俺が知っているグレイとは違うな。
だったらどうするの？
正体を確かめる。ホワイトなら殺さない。ただのグレイなら、あるいはそれ以外の何かなら、俺がネブレイドしてやる。
Get away from the mic, man.
ネブレイド。わからないけど。なんだかいや。
I love this game's proper nouns. They're like, they're not even proper, they're like awesome nouns.
お前はどっちかな？
Alright, time for the game. Hello. Oh fuck. The dodge timing is a little less lenient than you'd expect. I'm about to miss. Missed.
燃え盛れ。バックドラフト。
BRS Stoker would go hard. Good luck getting, good luck getting someone to drive a bike like that with modern Japanese safety laws. You're lucky if Kamen Rider gets to ride the Kamen in a show for more than like 5 minutes a season.
ビッグスナイプ。
Kind of insane that. Oh my god, that was a real big snipe. Well, you ever watch Big Heel? Anyway, it's kind of insane to think Kuga was on that bike for nearly an hour in his whole show. It's unthinkable today.
その力、やはりお前は。
That's a wrong. Okay.
フィジカルリペア。ディフェンサーモード。ボルカノン。
It is Sugita, we checked it earlier, didn't we?
燃え盛れ。バックドラフト。
Okay, here's mine. It's forward draft. Oh god, get the clones.
やるか。一番の見せ場だ。
Oh, I'm about to fuck up dodging this, right? Yep, 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 yep. What?
動けない。
Okay. I don't want to DSP it, but like... Nothing I could do, I was pressing buttons! Alright, it's pretty cool that they have different lines for each alien defeating you. Okay, can I just run past all these guys? I don't want to have to do all that over again. Get away. Yeah. There we go. Bye. Bye. Ah, see, it's not a real RPG. There's no flee command for when you're bored. Dark Souls run back. Not there. Not there. Simply not there. fucking thing stands in my way. Has been doing. Have you played Avaria yet? Game of the year, coming in clutch, December. I gotta kill all the enemies to remove the box. Fuck me in the ass. Yeah, Avaria was neat. It's, if you haven't noticed, it's a new game by the Helltaker developer. It's an action puzzler this time, and boy is it focused on the action this time. That game gets fucking hard. But now it's with lesbians. Lesbian ghosts and tunnels underground. I'm definitely not gonna get as attached to those characters as I did to Helltaker. I feel like Helltaker had a bit more personality to it, but Avaria is still pretty cool. Gameplay is much more involved. Still can't put my finger on who's my favorite character. Like, I thought it would be Nikita, but I'm alone on this barren fucking earth for liking muscular girls, but really not giving a shit about mommy dom stuff. It just puts me to sleep. So I don't really care much for her. The protagonist looks awesome. I love Uva. Is it Una or Uva? Whatever. Weird fucking Polish name. Yeah, Zmora's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely weaker cast than Helltaker, but still pretty cool. The Starbucks sort of raw taste. Give me muscle girl, but not brick shit house, and don't make her mummy dom, but a little bit of dom is fine. And make it swim. We serve more blobs here, sir. Is that not a save point? Oh, this is the save point. Did I not save here? Are you for real? Or does dying to Mazuma restart you from the stage, but you could, like, just load from the main menu to get back to him faster? Whatever. Let's not die this time.
PSS コールエマージェンシー強いエネルギー反応を確認
I have all kinds of different tastes, that's merely one of them. I don't even know what my tastes are. I surprise myself sometimes. Alright, the big snipe. It's gonna get me the big snipe, and I give you the big bonk on your stupid head.
さて、お前はどっちかな?
Let's not waste time here. Just immediately hit the power-ups, regens, everything. My favorite god in our girl is the scientist lady whose top pops off at random intervals.
One take. Big snipe. Shoot!
Fucking Westerbu, get out of my face.
その力、やはりお前は。さてさて、さて。
Okay, that doesn't despawn the clone, unfortunate. So, unfortunate. Okay, that's not mad strikes. I'ma hit this just to be safe because I still don't know exactly how you dodge that. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna defend. I'm gonna heal. Alright, I survived, that's fine. Still not really sure what you're supposed to be doing there. What kind of maneuver that is. Stop disappearing. Oh my god, are you kidding me? I'm wasting so much. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Heal immediately, heal immediately. Get the item, you bitch! Why would it pull up the item menu? Okay, you hit load, not retry mission. Okay, chat has died down. They cannot wait for this to be done. Don't worry, here it comes. This is the one, this is the run. That attack pisses me off. Like, I hit a button to try and do something about it, like heal through it, block, dodge, nothing. Just sits there like a chicken. Chickens don't sit. Sits there like a duck. Like a dead duck that he shot with a sniper. Yeah, I do also remember this part giving me trouble first time I played. Couldn't remember why. I wish I still couldn't. And yes, skill issue. What else do you say? Yeah, stab me, whatever. That's why I have physical repair. How could this be happening to me? I'm the wall buster. The wall buster. Blader.
One take. Big snipe. Shoot!
Oh wow. Okay, that was an overheat. Still though, pretty impressive dodge there, we gotta admit. Glaze me. Glaze me. Dodge, right? It sounds really easy, doesn't it? I can see them charging it up. I can see the flash happening. And I hit the dodge, but it just doesn't register. BRS can stop healing over time. She should start. Dodge! Nothing's happening! Okay, I will dodge now. Oh wow, that is her. Thanks. Alright, thanks Piccolo. So I don't want to overheat, I don't want to spam dodge too much. I want to do it when it counts. What? Didn't I just take out the clone? Oh god. Whew. Can you fucking stop? I wanna do things of my own. Okay, hi. Didn't see you there. But I got this now for sure. No, nope. I got this now for sure. Can I headshot him? Oh. So emo and gay is kinda cool. I know, right? It pisses me off the most. He is kinda emo and gay and kinda cool. Well, being emo and gay went from derogatory to a praise of character design. Can you... Why is it so slow? Okay, backdraft, I can deal with that, just... Oh my god, that was a mess. Thing is, these boss fights seem like they would be fun to learn how to do properly, but the controls are always a little too finicky. There's always a bit of input lag that makes them too fucky to be like really enjoyable to learn, at least for what I've played. But we got it, you know? We got it. I don't gotta be hair splitting about beating a boss. That mad strike thing was a little stupid, like... Yeah, just spam dodge and it works. Nothing really indicates that that would work, so I didn't try it. Sometimes you're gonna be screamed at by chat. Yeah, I'm gonna be off too after this. Wait, is this cutscene?
さっきは助けてくれてありがとう。これは君専用だからな。俺には難しいんだ。操縦を代わってくれ。
Goodness, he's having a munch. At least someone's enjoying the food.
まずはいいネブレイドだったよ。あいつの正体を確かめましょう。
That's me.
もしそうなら大手柄ね。
Yes, my queen. Oh. Wow, mode 7.
やめてくれよ。俺吐くぞ。
It's not funny.
笑った？
どうかな。
いや笑った。
I don't know.
絶対笑った。ニカってさ。とっても可愛いぞ。な、もう一回。
Unfortunately, you don't get to control this thing.
怒った。
You don't get to play another on-rail section with a vehicle.
俺普通の人間なんだってば。君とは違うの。
Facial animations in this are something. It's a PSP game. As far as that goes, they're like top of the line.
マリオン、フォボス、ロスコル、テオ、シャオミン、アレクセイ、ボブ、ハッサン、
From Oil
ク
Country.
リス、アルベルト。私は入っていない。
ああ、あれ市長の勘違いだよ。毎日のように人数が減るからね。
そう。それじゃあ残りは10人？
いや、11人。自分を忘れちゃダメ
But
だよ。
what does it mean to be human?
こちらドラコで移動中。目的地は北緯55度。
And what,
東経
are we
37度。
human or are we shooter?
東経37。ロシア？どうしてそんなところへ？
モスクワ近郊からの救助信号を受信。生存者がいる。
おお、了解。
All right. Where's the last woman? Where is she? We are gonna go find her another time because now I am sleepy. Okay. That was fun. That was a good ass stream, honestly. Had a lot of fun there chatting, killing, shooting, rocking. Thank you for joining in. I don't know if there's gonna be another stream before the end of the year, because Jimbles wanted to get in on something, maybe. If there's not, then we'll see you next year. Many interesting things to be happening next year. See how it reflects on the videos. Hopefully, they're even better. Hopefully, all of you have a good New Year's Eve, more importantly. Hope you had a good Christmas. My Christmas is in a little over a week, though. Yeah, sorry you just got here, but it's 5:20 a.m. for me, and I'm supposed to be wrapping it up. It was very fun. Love you all. See you in the next year. Hopefully it brings the best for all of us. And if not, then the year after that, and so on and so forth. This has been me, and this has been a shooter of rocks of varying colors. Merry Christmas, Merry New Year, Merry all of those things. Goodbye and good night. Bye.